What's up to Lion Talk Live, sir? We love you too, buddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, everybody? It's Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. First Ballot.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live, Coach Dan, by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
I love nothing more than watching Lions Talk Live every morning. Woo!
Woo!
All right, I just realized, hey, I'm muted. Yes, so hey, let me get you up to speed. All right, well, hey, send him a 99-cent super chat. Yes, I would have got that. Mello, no audio. Well, hopefully we all caught up to speed now. All right, let's go through that rooting guide once again. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I guess I had it muted earlier, but never took it off mute. Well, you can hear me now. How about that? So, all right, rooting guide. I won't spend as much time talking about it, but you guys probably all get it. Rooting guide. Hey, you're going to be rooting for the Steelers. You're going to be rooting for the Vikings. You're going to be rooting for the obviously the Titans in this one. Jaguars, Cardinals, Jaguars, Eagles, Cowboys. Rooting for the Eagles in this one just because I think it is going to take quite a bit to catch up with them. Falcons, Saints. Let's go with the Saints. Buccaneers, Rams. Going with the Buccaneers. Panthers, 49ers, rooting for the Panthers. NFC playoff picture. This rooting guide all comes together. You know what? You got the Eagles at first, Rams second, Lions third because they would hold the tiebreaker over the Buccaneers. Then you can see the wild card race top three advance. All right, with all that done, now getting back to the actives, inactives, 5 minutes, new record. Hey, you know, we do try to set records, Bo, on the show. So loud and clear, that's good. And again, sorry about that, guys. I should have looked down and double-checked the mic. It happens. All right, Terrion Arnold, concussion, ruled out Friday. Not a surprise for everybody. Kirby Joseph, I think we all get it. You know, having him back is probably an inevitability. Whether or not it's going to be Thanksgiving, whether or not it's going to be the Cowboys, I do believe it's going to be somewhere in that area. Phil sent a text. Thank you, Phil. Thank you for always watchdogging for me and having my back. Unfortunately, yeah, I just seeing it, Phil. Thank you, though. And then, yes, thank you guys for sending me those texts. So, anyways, hey, mistakes happen, right? All right, Craig Reynolds, here's my question to you guys watching. What do you guys think of Craig Reynolds at this point? Is he being inactive because Vaki is now healthy and active, or at least mostly healthy? I'm not sure, but I do think you're seeing the final days of Craig Reynolds with his team. Maybe there's maybe inflammation or something. I know he had a little bit of a groin pull and a hamstring pull. Maybe once that clears up, he comes back. The other side of it, I do think he's on borrowed time with his team, and I get it. Vaki, you traded up for. He does give you a little bit more versatility. See where it goes. Plus, you know, Jacob Sailors has filled in very nice as well. Quentin Jefferson on the defensive line is also going to be inactive, along with Nick Whiteside. I like him. I think he's got a lot of potential. Obviously, the dogs are barking, and they enjoy him exponentially, so they're showing their proud support of Nick Whiteside, the dog pound. How about that? Giants inactives, not a surprise here. Jackson Dart is out. So James Hudson III, edge, Kayvon Thibodeau, that's probably good news for the Detroit Lions because we all get it. Jared Goff's been under some heat as of late. And then you can see the rest of their inactives from there. All right, Lions fans, crew members, what do you guys think of this game? I've given you some thoughts throughout the week where I would attack them, what I would do as a coach to try to basically use what we have to put every defense going here forward into some bad situations. My opinion is never a need be for to be your opinion, but in my opinion, you look at the Giants, yes, they have a very good front defensive line. I'll even throw the linebackers to a degree in there. You get to the secondary, that's where I think they've got some problems. But with that being said, I think this is a real good matchup because there are a whole lot of similarities between the Giants front seven and their weaknesses in the secondary and what you're going to see out of the Green Bay Packers on Thursday. We get it. You win these two games, you're starting to feel a whole lot different about the Lions season, but there are a lot of similarities. Jordan Love, I think he's better than Jameson Winston. No disrespect to Jameson Winston. Jordan Love, though, has had some accuracy issues this year. Let's see, Phil, sorry, looked over here. What exactly would you scheme today, Dan? To answer that quickly, Phil, here's what I do. Lions have some pretty good wide receivers. They've got a whole lot of talent, in my humble opinion, in the wide receiver spot. Plus, you've got two of the better running backs in the league. If you want to even throw Vaki in there, Phil, here's what I'd say. Vaki is very, very athletic. Maybe not like 40-yard dash time like he's a burner, but he's incredibly agile and can do a lot of things. If it were me, I'd put 3 receivers on the field with 2 backs in the backfield, and if the Giants, or in the future Green Bay, or I don't know, man, Dallas or whoever, if they have linebackers basically lined up there and not a safety or somebody else coming down to check him because they want to stop the run first, I'm motioning him out of the backfield. There's just no linebacker in this league on 80% of the plays that's going to stop Gibbs one-on-one. I don't think they can do it even 10% of the time. I would use that to our advantage. Also, by going to the trips formation, I would isolate St. Brown on one side. I would put Tesla, I don't know, Jameson Williams, probably not Craig Reynolds, Khalif Raymond on the other side, and, man, just spread them out, get linebackers off the field. I think that would help our offensive line exponentially. All right, getting back to what I was talking about, though, with the schedule. Like I was saying, a lot of similarity from a defensive structure for your next two opponents. I am including today's game with the Green Bay Packers on that. Dallas Cowboys, you get it. Their offense pretty good. Their defense improving. I do think the Lions match up incredibly badly for the Dallas Cowboys. I do expect the Lions win that game. Then here's probably the big thing. Once again, you can talk about the Lions are going to have a pseudo bye for the second time this year. Obviously, we had the bye week after the Tampa Bay game, but you know what you get after you play the Dallas Cowboys? You get a 10-day rest or 10 days to rest, recuperate, refocus, and game plan for going out to LA. Could it be that we pick up a win? Most people, and obviously it's way too early to see what Vegas is going to say about this game, at least, you know, in a totality. I'm guessing Vegas is going to have the Rams favored in this one, but if the Lions can pull that one off, and if you won these next three, I think the Lions win out across the way. And then, you know what, Lions fans, you're feeling a whole different way about the playoffs, the North, man, the whole team as a totality. I also think, and I know, what's his name? John Macaron over at SI.com. I know he mentioned it this week. I think there were a couple other national media people talking about Miles Frazier. I did a video, I want to say, I don't know, man, a couple weeks ago on him. Everybody I talked to said the kid's a mauler and he's athletic. Could he actually crack the lineup for the Lions? That I don't know. But I do think when we go some, 12 personnel packages or an extra offensive lineman on the field, I think he can come in and give you a whole big boost there. With that being said, if that happens, you probably buy Goff a little bit more time. Someone like Jay Powell, maybe Tesla, St. Brown, or whoever else, Gibbs out of the backfield. I think you can utilize them a whole lot more against every defense remaining on the schedule. The only one out there that I think is functionally as athletic as our offense, and that's going to be the Rams. I think that's a tough matchup. I already kind of walked through the next three games, but when you get to the Pittsburgh Steelers, I mean, you guys watch as much football as I do, or at least I'm assuming most of you guys do. Here's what I'll say about the Pittsburgh Steelers. That secondary is slow. I mean, slow. Jalen Ramsey, give him his flowers. He's probably going to be a Hall of Famer, but you know what? That Hall of Fame career wasn't based on this year or last year. He has lost not just a step, he's lost a lot of steps. I was talking to a friend of mine, kind of I guess you could say a prominent force in Southwest Michigan when it comes to high school athletics and officiating and stuff. We were talking about, he's a huge baseball fan, and we both kind of agreed when talking about different teams today. NFL is not like the NBA or Major League Baseball or Major League Soccer or hockey. When you start losing some of that speed, when you start losing some of that power, it's a pretty rapid decline for most players. And unfortunately for Jalen Ramsey, Micah Fitzpatrick, I always kill his name, and a couple of the other guys they have on their defense, I think age has hit them hard in Pittsburgh. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time on Minnesota. I talked about it when we played them earlier. I thought it was really bad game management to take advantage of their lack of athleticism. And the Bears defense, you guys get it. Really, that's the only hole in the Bears right now is that defense. It's just not very athletic. And what do you have? You've got a ton of athletes in Detroit. I would turn it into a track meet if it were me with all these games. Time hitting Jalen Ramsey, just like everyone. Yeah, no, you guys get it, man. Father Time is undefeated, always will be. Nobody escapes him unless Tom Brady. But even Tom Brady, eventually at one point, he did catch up to him. All right, we've got about 14 minutes, and we've got sound. Who knew? We got sound. Sorry about that, guys. But if I'm pretty sure I had this up for you guys. Hold on, there you go. The actives, inactives. So, no real big surprises. But if I was to ask the Dew Crew, why do you think Craig Reynolds just is never active anymore? He was once a mainstay with this team, but as Father Time caught up to him. What would you guys do to take advantage of the Giants and get this offense going? Last week's performance, I get it. The defense was outstanding. The special teams, had been much improved over the last, I don't know, month or so of the season. But unfortunately, the offense just couldn't get out of its own way. All right, let's jump over to see what you guys have to say. I don't know. I'm assuming Riley is going to join us today, but I also don't know that for sure. I'm Michael. No way. I'm the first comment. Congratulations, my friend. The Trim Reaper. Let's go, Lions. Exclamation point. Woo! And back at you. Doug, hoping our offensive line stands tall today. I would say that is some good thinking there. If we can do that, you know what? You open holes, you open up passing attacks, all that stuff. Gary, good afternoon, guys. Back at you. Gary, time to blow us the doors off. Let's blow them off. Steve, time to get right, get healthy, get us some wins. Yes, if we go on a winning streak here, that would be most welcome. Let's see, Thaddeus Medical, what do you got? Wasn't sure you were doing a play-by-play today, seeing you on micros. Yeah, I stopped by, so just so you guys know, I always try to, as best I can, support all the other YouTubers. Try to stop by, give them a thumbs up, like, do a woo on there, whether it's Kurt Steele or it's Ant-Man show, Micro Mike show, Derek's, oh boy, I'm trying to think, Everything King, you guys get it, man, everybody out there. I can't probably list everybody. I'll be here all day. All right, Patrick, what do you got? I can't watch the game in my location today. Sorry to hear that. So I'll rely on listening to you, Coach. I'll do the best I can, man. I try to call it the formations. Obviously, I can't show the game, but, I'll do what I can for you, man. Garland, Tesla going today? I believe so. So when you look at the actives, inactives, he's not listed, so I get he's had an oblique injury, but it's obviously healed enough to where they're not even listing him for today. Miller Ward, question for you, Coach. Why don't you just play the game audio? I guess you could say selfish reasons. I enjoy doing the play-by-play. I used to do it a long time ago, in college and high school sports, and, I just kind of missed it. So when I started doing the live cast, I just like, hey, here's an opportunity to do it once again, right? All right, Jessica, if we drop today's game, the fans will jump ship all over the place. I'd agree with that. I try to be as forthcoming as possible. I could tell in the last week when we lost the Philadelphia game, just the view count on my channel and talking to other YouTubers all went downhill. You could see that sometimes losses really hit the fandom, heavily. I can tell you whenever we lose in the playoffs the last few years, there's usually like within, I don't know, a day or two, maybe a couple of days, I'll lose 20, 30, 50 subs. And then 2 weeks later, I notice they kind of come back. So it is what it is. People respond differently to different, stressful situations. Lions losing does stress a lot of people out. There's no question about it. Gary, not the real fans. Hey, some, like I said, was just saying, everybody processes it differently. Some people just need to get away from a little bit. Some people, just weather the storm. Whatever works best for you, that's what you should do. That's my personal opinion. Franz Ferdinand, Coach, can we do a scoreboard watch for the other North teams during the game? I'll do that, yeah. I'll give you score updates, maybe like commercial breaks, end of the quarter, stuff like that. I'll try to help out as best I can. All right, Bobo, game day. Woo! Duke Crew, 100%. Black Jared Jones, grit, baby grit. Who doesn't like to have some grit? Good to see you, man. I feel like it's been a few minutes. Cynthia, let's go Lions, 100%. I like the way you're thinking. Steve, yeah, sorry about that. Yep, sorry. Yep, yeah, I knew this was going to come when I went through the comment section. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully, hopefully it didn't bug you guys too bad. But hey, you're here now. How about that? We got audio now. Yes, we have audio now. Maybe he's warming up. I 100% warming up, saying words I can't say on air. There we go. Hello, no audio. Glitching. It happens. New record for Lions Talk Live silent mode today. We do, like I was saying earlier, try and do set audio. Best news ever. You got to love it, right? Hit all the buttons. Thank you for that, Phil. Let's see. Jerome, go Lions from Schneiderville, Georgia. Fan since 1972. 72. Man, that's a great year, by the way. Phil, Coach Phil. Bo, anyone got his number? Text. Yeah, you guys did. 9 drinks. Let's go, Duke Crew. 100%. Good to see you, my friend. How's your day going? Thomas, let's go Lions. Exclamation point. Dre, what do you got? That'd be crazy talk if he does this till 1 p.m. Hey, thankfully, I caught it before that. Kerry, Coach Kerry. Steve, did he say Laporta's back? Oh, I talked about his back, but not back today, my friend. Jacob, Dan's the man. No sound, still making noise. Go Lions. Steve, it was no worries, man. I got you, man. Michael's laughing. 9 drinks. I didn't change my name, so what the heck? It didn't change. So I know I don't have it with me right now, but there is a way to change your name back. So I just I don't have it in front of me right now. Maybe somebody can throw it in the comment section. I did put it in the morning show. If you want to look at that, you can get the information there. Cynthia, Coach Dan, exclamation point. Bro, let's see. Bo Booth, great visuals. Hey, bro, you got to have visuals sometimes, Gary. Send me a 99-cent super chat. There you go. Michael's laughing. Michael, loud and clear. 5 minutes, new record. It was. Sent a text. Thank you, Phil, by the way. Ken Ross, think DC might have a trick play up his sleeve today. I hope he just has a bunch of stuff to get us going. Hate to see Craig go, but time marches on, and that's the end of it. Maybe that is a reflection, to your point, Bo. Maybe it's a reflection the Lions coaching staff feels like they got something good in Sion Vaki. Maybe he's about ready to do something good. We just know that obviously last year and so far this year, he's been highly, highly injured. Gary agreed. Bo, Michael, pound that rock. I like the way you're thinking. Bo Booth, Kayvon out is a good thing for us. I would agree. Phil, what exactly? Yeah, I caught you on that one, Phil. So hopefully you caught that one I was talking about. Gary, get Lovett active. He's got burners. He does have some speed. Lions can put some burners on the field, and not to keep bringing up the schedule thing, but you look at the fact you got 3 games in a row at home. You're playing on a track, basically. Same in LA. You're playing on a track. Obviously, Pittsburgh, you're playing on a track. Minnesota, you're playing on a track. You know, the only one that isn't going to be a track is going to be the final game of the regular season over in Chicago. So, is what it is. Lionel, once again, I'm getting the Packers game on instead of the Lions up here. Yeah, up in your area, that probably is going to be a problem. Apparently, the Fox station here doesn't realize we're in Michigan still. Sorry about that, my friend. Hey, I'll try to do what I can to keep you engaged. How about that? Kerry, start using sailors. He's always getting yards. He is. But with Lionel, that's a whole different country up there. It is, man. And for those of you who've never been in the UP, it is a different world. I like it. The wife likes visiting. She does not want to stay there. And to each their own. Reversion to the means. Hoping to at least see some positive tight end play without Laporta. That would be great, wouldn't it? Lionel, you got that right, Bo. Kings SJ, hello all. Go Lions. Exclamation point. Back at you. Bo Booth, time is hitting Jalen Ramsey just like everyone. Yeah, nobody is undefeated against it. Cynthia, this is a warm-up game for the Packers. I would concur. Kerry, should be giving some reps to the guys you brought in at trade deadline. We probably will give some reps to them. James, let's flipping go. Big Lions win. Exclamation point. Woo! And back at you. String theory. Steelers old folks home. Right now, you could probably say that in this point in the year, again, everybody's going to have a different opinion. Mine is the Lions' remaining schedule has some very graciously unathletic defenses. I would be hitting them. And, the Pittsburgh does have a good front seven. The Giants have a front seven. Green Bay has a front seven. Riley, you look at the rest of these schedules. What are your thoughts on opposing defenses?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, man, that's after, kind of reviewing the game last week. I was listening to Jeff Risdon from over at the Detroit Lions podcast. I thought he had a really good point where he's talking about if you had asked in June or July, did the Lions have a shot at going in and winning that game in Philadelphia? Have a shot, yes, but did you really expect it? Probably not. I think in the losses, the Lions are averaging about 3 yards per carry on the ground, and the wins are averaging about 5 yards a carry. Now, the Giants, fortunately for us, they give up about 5.5 yards per carry on the ground. I think it's worse in the NFL. So all of that to say, this is what the doctor ordered for the team this Sunday today. So for the Lions, sorry, my fridge making a noise there in the back. But yeah. So I think today it's a good start today, and then we'll see. You said it this morning on the show. You can't win 3 in a row if you don't win 2 in a row. You can't win 2 in a row if you don't win 1. So you just focus on today. Hopefully, it sets things up for a run here. You get 3 in a row at home. So yeah, I think this would be a good. I don't know if it'll be a test. I almost kind of feel like the Lions should blow these guys out today, and I don't know how much you learn from that. But if you don't blow them out, then that'd be a whole different conversation and different story.
You look at the Lions, they're obviously getting a lot of guys, at least expected back today, next week. Man, I think we could probably say the next month, every game should have some prominent Lions players coming back. Going into the final 7 games, if that holds water, just how good could this Lions team be by the playoffs?
Well, so you're talking about, and I'll give you a tip of the hat for having obviously good intel there on what the diagnosis was with Laporta. Here's what I feel. The defense is Super Bowl caliber. And so then if the offense can come around, and we talked about a couple weeks ago at Washington, John Morton might maybe looked at it on this last Sunday and says, see, it's not that easy. It's not that easy just to dial up these plays. Going also back to Jeff Risdon, another good point I thought he made is, when was the last time you saw the Lions do something offensively that you haven't seen them do before? Small example would be like a 4 wide receiver set. There needs to be some changes made on whatever they're doing on offense, because according to Risdon, and I agree with it, you can't ask Glasgow to be Ragnow. You can't ask Tate Ratledge to be Kevin Zeitler. We're not seeing these guys get a push to the second level on the offense. And so you adjust things. Maybe that's how far, how close or how far out your spread are, how you're picking up blitzes, how you just need to have some kind of change that plays to the strengths of the players that you currently have, and maybe not asking them to be players that they aren't. Right. And so I think the Super Bowl is still within reach. I feel the defense is no doubt Super Bowl caliber. Now it's if the offense can get up to speed. And if I told you that again going into the season, if the defense is Super Bowl caliber and you just need the offense to play up to that level, how confident are you that can happen? And I think most people would have said yes.
The statement you made in there should be really coaching 101 for any coach, regardless of the sport. What is the bulk of the strength of the players you have? What are their strengths offensively, defensively, special teams? Build around that. For some of the chat that remember the 90s days, Mouse, Davis, Wayne Fonts, run and shoot Barry Sanders. Imagine if Michael Vick or someone like Michael Vick had been the quarterback in that system. It would have been undefendable. So, you'd spread everybody out. You had Barry Sanders, and then if you want to take off with a mobile quarterback, you could have went all over the place. Today's game, though, obviously Laporta going to be out for the foreseeable future. I'm anticipating the rest of the year. What do you think they should do? Lions have a lot of depth at skill positions. What would you do, Riley, to wake up the offense?
I think go to some 4 wide receiver sets. I think we keep hearing all this talk about Tesla. Man, let's get him out there. I understand you, and you talk about it all the time too, Coach Dan. It's not, you didn't make that trade to say, okay, he's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown in year 1. Or he's going to, there was talk, he's like Puka Nacua. So that gets everybody's antennas up, and then their expectation is up. And then the coaches keep talking about, we're going to get him involved. We're going to get him involved. Let's see it. Let's get him out here. He's had a couple games with 0 targets, including last week. So I think you got to have Tesla out there. I think you do some things differently. And then, for all the stats we talk about with the Lions, whether it's under the Campbell era, or at least in, a certain amount of bunch of games, bunch of years, they haven't lost 2 games back to back, or the team that the Lions play, they usually go lose the next, all those little stats. How about this one? Jared Goff, he's just kind of quietly gets 100 quarterback rating game after game after game. He didn't have a great game Sunday.
Oh, he did not.
He did not have a great game Sunday. Neither did Amon-Ra St. Brown. In fact, that would probably be the one thing for me, is that might have been the worst game of his career, since he's been the Amon-Ra St. Brown that we've come to know and love. I expect those guys to be clicking today. And so, I think you just do something a little bit different. You don't have to entirely reinvent the wheel. And I don't want to say change your stripes. You can't change who you are. And I agree with the take that you can't go into a game, say, hey, we're going to go for it on 4th. And then all of a sudden the game gets going, and then you change it up. It sends a mixed signal to your players, and they got to know what's going on and what the game plan is. But, you've got to have something where you take points. If you take a field goal earlier in that game against Philadelphia, I'm not trying to live in the past on it, but it changes the complexion of the game. And let's not make it easy for teams to beat us. Because if you go 0 for 5 on 4th down, and you go, I don't remember what the stats were on 3rd down, 3 for 16 or whatever, but it's not like Philadelphia had a great game offensively either. If you looked at Philadelphia's Reddit and their fans, they were talking like they lost that game. They were that upset with how their offense played. That was a lot of, credit to how the Lions defensively played. The Lions in a redo, I'm not going to bet on them to go to Philadelphia and win, but it's not like, it's hopeless. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of variables, a lot of moving parts here, but I do feel like the Lions still have a shot to get to the Super Bowl, especially if the offense does have an uptick.
I agree. I think the Lions still have a good shot. I mean, I get everybody wants to have number 1 seed, wants home field advantage, all that stuff. Makes sense. Totally get it. But, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I want to say in the last 20 years or so, roughly half the teams that win the Super Bowl or make the Super Bowl our road warrior teams that win 2-3 games on the road before making it to the Super Bowl. So game is getting lined up to kick off. If you haven't ever watched this show before when I do it, I do the play-by-play. I cannot play the audio. I think that's pretty true with anybody on YouTube. Google, YouTube, whatever you want to call it, will drop the big hammer on you. They will get you out of here and ban your channel. So not doing it. I have in the past played the audio somewhat. Just basically, in a nutshell, the feedback I always got from people in the comment section is they actually, just enjoyed, since they could hear that audio at home, they liked hearing something else on air. So I just said, all right, I'll do the play-by-play. Riley, are you going to stick around for this one, or are you?
Yes, sir. My guy Jack Rumsey's went into work today, so I'm here for all 4 quarters. Let's rock.
All right. Well, let's get ready to rumble. Again, I can't show it on the show on the camera, but I can do play-by-play, and I can't. Yeah, you just got to cover that up just a little bit here. All right. Maybe a little bit more.
Let me get the feed pulled up so I can see your guys' comments, because you guys are what make this all so fun.
Maybe I'll just do that. I'll angle the camera away. There we go. That's some thinking. All right, Lions going to kick it off here. They'll receive in the second half. Riley, jump in whenever we got some commentary. Jake the Hitman Batesy. Of course, we got the black and blue uniforms. It's up there. It's out there. Anthony Field at the 5-yard line. He's at the 10, 15, the 20, 25. And he's to be brought down about the 31-yard line by multiple Lions players. All right, good special teams coverage. Hey, nobody ran it back to the 50 or into the end zone. We'll take that if you're a Lions fan this year.
We'll take it. All right.
Jameson Winston, I mean, he's been around the league, Riley. What are your anticipations out of him today?
Dude, my friend Jack and I were talking about it the other night, too, at dinner. It's like, man, we may see a 300-400. I don't know. Our secondary is pretty good, but he's the guy, man. He'll have 4 touchdowns and 4 picks in one game. Entertaining for sure. Would have loved to see Jackson Dart playing today, but Jameis Winston's not a bad backup if that's who you're rolling out there with.
All right. Winston in motion. He's going to do play action right off the bat. He's going to get some pressure. He's going to take a hit. He's going to complete it for 10, 15, 20, 25 yards. Does take a hit, but Slayton catches it and gets out of bounds and upfield. The Giants are already at the 50-yard line. 23 yards. I stand corrected. Remember, I'm doing the math in my head, folks, so I don't have any spotters, so I'll do the best I can to make him as accurate as possible for you. All right, they did cross the 50. That I did have right. Shotgun formation, 2 low, 1 high, 1 back to the low side. It's going to be a delayed handoff up the middle. He's going to power forward for about 4 yards. Could be a long 3. We'll see what they say. But so far, 2 plays, 2 decent plays for the G-men. Riley, this defense, hey, we've been talking about how good it is. Early on, it's giving up some yards.
3 of the last 4 for Detroit, they've held the defense has held the opposing offense to under 23 points. That's a winning recipe, I would think. And looks like New York might be on their way to some points here on this first drive, but we'll see.
Second down and 6. Jack Campbell, Anzalone, Derek Barnes, and everybody else fill in, take them down for about a half-yard gain. Now, for those watching, I can't tell you how you're receiving this show. I'm watching it off a digital antenna, so I should have about as fast a feed as possible. Again, there is going to be a delay from when I talk and you hear. Right now, though, here's what we know. 13:30 to go in the first quarter. It is 3rd and 7, shotgun formation. Let me see the formation if they would. You got 3 high, 1 low, 1 running back low. Lions showing blitz, showing zone coverage as well. Jameson Williams checking, makes a line adjustment. 3 on the clock, 2 on the clock. Blitz coming from the Lions. They're going to get off. They're going to get up, and they're going to get called offsides, I believe. There's a flag down on the play. Let's see if the Lions did jump. I thought they did. It is offsides on Detroit. That's going to make it 3rd and 2. Multiple Lions. Aiden Hudson is the one officially flagged for it, but I do believe there were multiple people that did. Hutchinson got pressure and forced him into Aleem McNeil, but Winston threw it away. All right, 3rd and 2. Much more manageable here for the G-men, who now are in an I formation. Let's see the rest of it here. I formation, 2 high. They're going to pitch it out to the weak side. It's going to be a pitch back. And, hey, Winston gets it off, even though Aleem McNeil's all over him. He's got a guy wide open in the end zone for a touchdown.
Far too easy for an opening drive there for the Giants. So defense got stop after stop after stop in Philadelphia. I guess they are entitled to.
So they basically run a version of the flea flicker. Aleem McNeil had an opportunity to get to him. Unfortunately, Robinson and Harper, Lions secondary, just let him go. And into the end zone they went. Just like that, it is a 7-0 ball game.
Yeah, far too easy opening drive. But
aggressive play from the G-men, have them on the lead early, and 3rd and 2 turns into a red zone shot from Jameson Williams, who we all get. He does have a bit of an arm there. The Lions secondary, man, they just let him go. All right, while we're into commercial, let's see if there's anything on the scoreboards here. We got 0-0 Steelers-Bears, zeros across the board for Colts-Chiefs. Vikings-Packers are zeros. Vikings have the ball. Unfortunately for us, Giants 7, Lions 0. Jets, Ravens, zeros. So pretty much zeros in every game other than the one you are rooting on. Riley, wow, what do you got to do now if you're the Lions offense?
Yeah, so I think we saw it last week. I kept having that feeling watching that game at Philadelphia as the defense got you a stop. Now they got you another stop. Okay, they just got you another stop. They just kept giving you, the ball and doing their part. So today it's the offense's turn. Evidently, let's see. I don't know if the defense will look like that the whole game, but offensively right now, again, going back to that statistic, in the Lions' 6 wins, they will average 5.5 yards per carry, or I think it's 5.2. The Giants give up 5.5, which if I'm not mistaken, is dead last in the NFL. So that's a good recipe. Come out. I think you're going to see some runs, and I would sure like to see more Montgomery. I was talking about that last week. I don't want to see Gibbs with more receiving yards than rushing yards necessarily, but I do want to see Montgomery, or I guess I should say, I don't want to see Gibbs be the leading receiver with it in terms of yards. Get him the ball as much as you can, right? But I just want to see David Montgomery come out here and pound the rock. Let's see some ground game.
Well, Lions obviously not an ideal setup there on the first drive. The defense, the backbone of this team this season, gives up the home run shot. But, a lot of game left. We shouldn't all feel like doom and gloom or something just because somebody scored points. After all, man, if that's all it takes to lose, we're probably not tough enough to go win the Super Bowl or even be in the playoffs. Shot clock violation may be true. We'll have to see what they do, but Lions need to bounce back here. What are they going to do? What are they going to do to slow down the Giants' front seven? I guess we'll find out after the commercial break. And we're coming back from that break. And it is 7 for the G-men, 0 for the Lions men. And we'll go with that.
Got a quick little tidbit as far as that, as it pertains to rooting interest for the Lions. It does look like Mason Rudolph took the start for Pittsburgh today in Chicago, so no Aaron Rodgers.
Is what it is. All right, getting to our game. They're getting ready to line it up and kick it off here. There's the run-up, and there's the kick. It is going to be to the high right side of your screen and downed in the end zone. Not going to come on out. But they're showing the replay of Waddle Robinson out there. He's just let go. You can see the Lions safeties and corners just flowed to the run and just let him go. They flip it back and realize it too late, and he's gone.
It's honestly a good play call for the Giants. If that's what it takes, that's okay. That's a hell of a play call for him, but.
Well, mistakes happen, and if you need to be perfect all the time, then you're probably not a tough team. But we're going to be tough here. We're going to show some grit, some determination. Goff making a line adjustment, going from shotgun to getting under, tight formation, and they're going to hand it off to Gibbs. He's going to get upfield for about, we'll say 5 yards on first down. Riley, Goff had the worst performance by Goff in his career, I believe, or at least since his rookie year. What do you expect out of him here today?
Yeah, just a surgical game. It's got to be a Goff game. I want to look at the box score and just be like, yeah, he's even better than I thought he was. You remember few incompletions. Last week just was a bad taste we need to get out of our mouth. I expected a great Jared Goff game today.
And on second down, we're going to hand it off again. Not a huge hole, but Gibbs does slip through the hole and gets up, I think, right to be just shy of the first down, sitting up at about a 3.5 yard, maybe, depending on where they mark him. There was not a hole there, Riley, but he did find it. by the way, just so I know, how are you timed up with my feed so far?
Yeah, so it looks like I'm just a play behind you. So you call the play and then I see it, which that's fine with me. I'd rather it be that than me be ahead. So
okay, just making sure. All right, it is 3rd and 1 for the Lions. Just under 12 minutes to go in the first quarter. 3-back formation for the Lions. So Old Wishbone, it is going to be a roll-out screen to the tight end for the first down. Right catches it. Not a huge gain, but Lions only need a half a yard, and they got about 3, maybe 4 yards on that play. This is the second time in multiple weeks you've seen a 3-back formation from Dan Campbell.
Yeah, and the thing too is, once the news with Laporta actually became a reality too, I started thinking about it more. Listen, Brock Wright's a plenty capable tight end number 2. You just need him to do what he does well. Don't ask him to be Sam Laporta, and I think that he can still hold his own in this offense.
Lions snap it. They're going to play action pass. Goff looking. He's got time. He's going to swing it out to Gibbs, who bobbles it, catches it, takes on 2 defenders, goes down for about a 2.5-yard gain. 2nd and 8 for the Lions. Would be ideal if they could go down here and score, tie this game back up, basically make it 0-0 across the board. So they gave up the flea flicker.
Because the Giants struggle with containing the run, look for pressure here on this 2nd and 8. This is a situation where they are going to dial up a blitz because they're trying to compensate.
It's going to be a pitch out here out of a double formation. Gibbs is going to run over 2 Giants before falling down after about a 12-yard gain. Lions had a basically offset eye, 2 guys to the low side, 2 backs in the backfield, and then Khalif Raymond on the opposite side. Well, that's, to be honest, an old school formation. You don't see it in the NFL too much anymore. They caught him off guard. They spread out. So basically, you don't have any tight ends. You spread them out with receivers. Again, trying to take linebackers off the field. And, still have the I formation. All right, speaking of it, get back into the first down here. Lions at the 39-yard line. Goff checking, going from the shotgun under center. He's got 3 to the high, 1 low. He's going to pitch it out to Gibbs. Gibbs has got a bit of a hold. Starter steps, goes forward for about a 4-yard gain.
Gibbs put down number 33 and number 24 on that previous play, put his shoulder in and took down 2 guys. Love seeing that.
They're showing what you talked about earlier, Riley, on the screen. Gibbs, the rushing attack between him and Monty, when they win versus when they lose, the yards, the touchdowns, etc. 2nd and 7 now for the Lions. 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The first quarter is flying by. Tight formation. Gonna play action pass, and Goff breaks pressure, gets out, completes it, but it is dropped by Wright. There was a blind man blitzing up the middle. Gibbs did not get to him, and basically the blitzer did not bite on the play action pass at all. Something we've seen in the last several games. Teams, they're not even worried about the play action pass. They're instructing their guys, don't worry about it. Just get to Goff. Goff got away, broke this would-be sack attempt, gets it to Wright, but Wright cannot hold on. 3rd and 7. Empty backfield formation for the Lions. And now they motion Gibbs in the backfield. 3 low, 1 high formation. Tight end inside. He's going to stay in block. Chips out, and Goff's going down. He is sacked.
That's brutal on 3rd down.
Lions offensive line, a big conversation piece. Yodi gets one-on-one blocking assignment and loses. About a half-second more. Goff's got 2 receivers coming open, but unfortunately, he doesn't have that extra half-second.
See, and that's such a brutal call, too, on 3rd and 7. I mean, if it works, it works, but now you're too far for a field goal, and you don't gain much by punting. So now, first drive, you're already in a high-risk situation.
We've talked about the old offensive line. I thought Taylor Decker blocked well there. I know I've mentioned it for a while now on the show. I think the Lions do much better in man-to-man blocking assignments than they do in zone blocking assignments. And play clock ran all the way down. Lions are take the flag. Not a big deal since they're just going to be backed up to about the 50. But anyways, Yodi was left on an island there, one-on-one. Obviously, did not win that one-on-one.
Hey, seeing a super chat there by a good friend of mine, Michael Garrity. That's awesome, man.
Hey, thanks, Michael. And just for you, let's give you a 1, 2, and a 3. Thanks for that, man. Sorry, I probably got to it during a commercial, but thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. Thank you very much. Hopefully, you guys like me having the comment section up on the screen too.
Yeah, I think that's a nice touch, man. I think it's great to, again, I love being part of the Lions Talk Live and the Do crew, everyone being in here. This makes it fun.
All right, Lions are down 7-0. Now on a 4th and 19, looking to punt it away. There's a snap. The punt is up there. It's out there. Wade for a fair catch, and he's going to catch it at the 8-yard line.
See, we've got a phenomenal punter, arguably the best punter in the NFL. I do like the aggressiveness. I like that Campbell goes for it as often as he does, but that was my first thought when Goff got sacked is, okay, are you already going to go for this? And then it would, 4th, 14, that's too much. But we say you don't gain much from a punt there. Well, you do if you pin them within the 10. So defense, you're back up, and hopefully they can hold their own here.
Everybody's going to have different comments and thoughts based on what I'm about to say, but think about this. The Lions have had one drive on offense. Goff has been hit 3 times already.
Yep, great
so
point.
Let that sink in. We can all say what we want, but Goff's as human as anybody else. You get hit enough, especially from 300-plus pound guys, it does have a physical and emotional impact on people. So let's hope the Lions can right the ship there, but they're going to have to figure something out here because right now the offensive line is a growing concern. No protection. Yeah. Anthony Kahneman. Hey, Anthony, haven't seen you in a hot minute. Nathan, what do you got? Turning it off now. All right. So what are you turning off? I guess. Bo, it's so early, and here comes the sky is falling. Yeah, no sky is falling. No sky is falling. You pay a guy $50 million, and you don't have nobody to protect him. Yeah, it is what it is, man. You're gonna have to rely on the guys that are out there because that's who they have.
I bet if we did a poll and just asked, and not thinking ahead to the draft and the negative, are we already thinking draft season? But is anybody in this chat, part of the Do crew here, saying if I asked you right now, which position are the Lions taking in the first round next year? Is anybody not going to say offensive line?
Maybe the first 3 rounds. Who knows, man? Let's see, Anthony, the game, he's turning off the game. Okay, well, it is what it is, man. Yeah, you can't win if you don't try. Wait a minute.
Stay hanging out with us, though.
You can't win if you quit. There you go. Let's see, Bob, the line is garbage season over? Let's hope not, man. Tom, just wondering, does Goff have gambling debts? Well, why are they? Is he trying to say, hey, I'll take hits to pay off the debts? I don't know where you're going with that. So illuminate that idea in the comment section if you would be so kind. All right, center. Yeah, center's probably where I would go to. Center and maybe a tackle. We'll see. Probably a tight end. Could be. Although I do think, at least I hope, Sam Laporte is going to be okay. Doom and gloom so early today. It happens. Riley, yes. Straight there you go. Laughing out loud. All right, let's see what the Lions can do here. Let's see, opening drive touchdowns, 2021 through 24, 6. This season, 6 for the G-Men. Second in the NFL this season. Lions probably feeling a sense of urgency as, hey, Rodrigo on the field, by the way. Lions are stuffing the line. They've got a ton of guys up there. They're going to try to shut down the run. And you know what? I think if he got a half yard, he did pretty well on that play. Lions, I think, shut that down pretty well. It's going to be second, and they're going to say 9, but, man, how you don't say it's not 10, I don't know. Rodrigo coming back off the field. He's 5'11", Malcolm Rodriguez, but he plays like he's 5'11 and a half.
He's just an awesome player, man. I'm sure you have a handful of players over your years in coaching, Dan. If I said, man, who's your utility guy that you just can trust? I mean, look, he made his first play on the field. He's just he's a player, man.
Another handoff, another one that went nowhere, and if he did get to the line, he should be thanking somebody. Campbell, amongst other people, bring him down. Showing a highlight of the Packers game. They get into the end zone, and it is Green Bay 7, the Vikings 3. We'll be paying it to the next one. All right, third and, well, I'm just going to say 10, man, because I don't even see how it could be 9. But third and long, how about that for everybody listening? You can see the 3s out in Ford Field. It is a shotgun formation, 1 high, 1 low, motioning a man now to the high side. 2 running backs behind. Lions showing man coverage and a blitz. Here comes the delayed blitz. Winston throws it out there and incomplete. They were clearly on a different page as they ran a comeback route and a go route, and that is not a good combination.
Good stand. Defense come out, did their part, and we should, if we can get a good punt return here, theoretically get the ball in good starting position.
Yeah, you should be able to get it probably around the 40-yard line, maybe the 50 if you get a good return. All right, I'll get to the comment section in between plays or during commercials, but here are the G-men ready for the snap on 4th and 9. Lions defense stood tall that time, and they're going to give the Lions offense a chance to get back on track here. And it's going to go out of bounds at roughly the 48-yard line, I believe. So, all right, they're going to say the 46-yard line. I was off by 2. Lions are going to have to go 50, we'll say 54 yards to hit pay dirt and tie this game up. Going to commercial. Defense came through. Yes, they did, Dre Day. 100% agree with you. Gary, last week was last week. Shake it off, take a deep breath, and go and play Lions football. I like the way you were thinking. Trim Reaper, Lions will get it going. Be patient. Goff just needs an extra Mississippi to get that ball out safety. Yeah, if, to your point on the last offensive series, that 3rd and 7, if he had a second more, that would have been a completion for a first down. Let's see, Egon Rotisserie Rodriguez, could be. Riley Bobuth, love it. Let's see, Bo 44, Rodrigo in the house with an exclamation point. Cynthia, defense, yeah, exclamation point. Mastoff, pop a tab on a freshing do and relax. We got this. Go Lions. I like the way you were thinking. Michael, slants, crossing, run the ball. I'll do all 3 at the same time if we could. Cody, just tuned in. What happened first drive on defense? Just one big play. They got to a 3rd and 2. Basically, they ran a flea flicker. They set up a run. He pitched it back, went to Winston. Lee McNeil had an opportunity, hit him, just slipped past him, and then, threw the bomb downfield. Tom, it's hard not to see doom and gloom when it's looked for the same for several weeks now. The O-line, at all, it seems. Okay, no O-line. How about that? Phil, sheesh, I'll go with that. Trim Reaper, definitely drafting lineman. I would agree so. Yeah, definitely drafting the lineman. Mastoff got to find plays to give Goff that extra time to throw. I would like that. Eddie, what do you got? The Lions defense needs to step up, and the defense needs to stop. And they did. So let's say it's good. All right, going back to the bottom of the screen. Keep running the ball. Let's see if they do. I thought I was your favorite, Cynthia. Well, maybe. Keep running the ball. Okay, love the black jerseys. They do look nice, don't they? Come out. Let's adore him. Come out. Let's adore him indeed. All right, let's get back to the game here. They should be coming back from break here momentarily. But Lions, what are they going to do? What are they going to do to try to figure it? We'll find out. Trader. There's always a traitor in the mist, isn't there? All right. Don't forget, if you guys would be so kind, want to join the live cast with Riley and I, to hit the like and subscribe. See what the Lions offense has Scooby-Dooed and fixed on the sideline. See what Dan Campbell calls to try to make some adjustments here.
Yeah, look for some quick action. Just, quick action.
And there is a jet sweep handoff and brought down for about a 1 to 2 yard loss. This, my opinion, doesn't have to be your opinion. Nobody's worried about the Lions passing attack right now. They are putting everybody at the line of scrimmage, daring the Lions to beat them through the pass. And that's what I've noticed in the last, month and a half. All right, shotgun formation, 2 running backs in the backfield. How about that? 2 receivers high, 1 low. Well, the low is a tight end. Goff's got some time, steps up in the pocket, fires it downfield. St. Brown drops it.
It's bizarre how many passes St. Brown has dropped this year. I don't understand what's happening.
Let's see the replay. Maybe it was tipped. I don't know, but I like the dual running backs back there just to give you a little bit extra protection. St. Brown has it in his hands on his chest and drops it. All right, 3rd and 13. I'm sure we're all ready to get a first down here. All right, we got two to the low side, 1 to the high side. Williams rotating up in motion. Goff's got a little time. He steps on the pocket, checks it down. Dave Montgomery shakes and bakes, slips forward for about 4 yards. That will set up about a 4th and 9.
See,
and you can already hear boo birds in Detroit.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on because the play before, we can talk about Goff's lack of ability to extend the play on the ground, but it's good quarterback play on that play to St. Brown. He stepped up into the pocket, threw a perfectly catchable ball. Just bizarre that St. Brown dropped it. I don't know what's going on there.
St. Brown came into this year with 1 career drop. He has 6 drops this year.
Yeah,
All right.
had 2 receptions last week on like 12 targets. Just bizarre.
No flag apparently, but they ran into the punter. Is there a flag? I would think there should be, but I guess they're saying no. All right. Well, Giants are going to have it at the 10-yard line. Goff and the Lions offense. Something has been amiss for a while. Let's see. Trim Reaper, what up, Silver? Cynthia, Blueface, such. All right, I don't know. Something I'm missing there. Oh, what the heck? Amon-Ra St. Brown throwing games? I don't know what's going on, Phil, but man, he can't catch anything right now. Extreme River, egregious on both sides of you. I'll go with that. JK, Silver Server, is Lions strong with an explosion? Bo Center, I'll go with that. Extreme River, last time I looked for a quick action, I got something that won't go away. JK, Bo, sorry, Trim, I'm with Cynthia. Carrie, Monty, Sailors, Gibbs, JMO, might be. Cynthia, Nathan, you might need to take your happy vitamin. All right. King SJ, good stop there. Hopefully you get a score this time. I'll go with that. All right. Well, Duke Crew, Riley, what is going on with Amon-Ra St. Brown? The guy just can't catch a pass.
I don't know. I really don't know. It's strange because it's, I looked at the game against Philadelphia and I thought, okay, you can take for granted the luxuries in life. You can take for granted having a guy like St. Brown who's usually just so reliable, not worried about his mentality, not worried about his confidence, St. Brown's not the guy where you're ever worried about he's going to be on the sideline complaining about a lack of targets, usually because he gets them. But I don't understand. Hopefully it was a one-off, I guess in this game today, because that ball, I don't think Goff could have done anything more on that play. He stepped up in the pocket and threw a perfect pass to him. Passed it a receiver like Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm sure he would tell you he expects himself to catch that.
Well, to be honest with you guys, I think like some of you are commenting on the running into the punter. I thought it was. The only thing I could say is maybe the officials thought those guys were blocked into the punter. I don't know. We'd have to see replay to really have a better opinion on it. The other thing I would say is, again, I mentioned it during the last offensive series for the Lions. Nobody's worried about the Lions passing game right now. Every team is loading the box saying, you're not running on us. If there's any kind of play action, our guys have been instructed, don't even worry about the running back. Just go hit the quarterback. And that's a problem. You can't run, and right now you can't pass for Detroit. It's hard to imagine Amon-Ra St. Brown, one of the best wide receivers in the league, just can't catch a cold right now. Whatever it may be, Lions fans, I'm here to tell you still got to play the game. Total plays, 11 for the Lions, 6 for the Giants, 22 yards for Detroit, 6 for the G-Men. Most of that came on one play, but the Lions have a great opportunity once again for this defense to step up and make a statement on the 10-yard line. Winston under center, splits, 1 high, 1 low receiver, 1 running back behind. Lions have a whole lot of people up at the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're playing against the Lions. They're going to bring them down for about maybe a 1.5 yard gain. So trying to explain that further, for those watching, watch the defense last week, this week, and the last month. How about that? You're seeing more and more formations with 8 guys in the box. That's hard to run on. I don't care what offensive line you have. It's hard for 5 to 6 guys, maybe 7, to block 8. So we'll have to see what shakes out here. It is 2nd and 8 for the G-men. Shotgun formation, 2 low with the tight end, 1 high receiver, and running back to the low side as well. There's a snap. It's going to be a handoff, a pull play out wide. Lions do a good job of setting the edge, bring them down for another 2-yard gain, setting up about roughly a 3rd and 6. All right, Riley. Let's see. Can the defense stand up once again?
Yeah, another stop would be great. They're going to continue to do their part. No, not, a team can, and it's strange. That's such a strange stat that the Giants are so successful in getting touchdowns on their opening drives for being a team that's 2-9. So, okay, they got us there, but the defense is a little bit adjusted now, it seems.
Shotgun formation, 1 high, 1 running back to high side, 3 receivers low. Lions showing man and a blitz formation. There's the snap. There's the blitz. They're coming. They're not enough heat and time, and it is caught for a first down. They put everybody on an island. The blitz didn't get home. Guys didn't get into their gaps, and because of it, I mean, give the Lions a lot of credit. Their cornerbacks, well, Robinson slipped a little bit, but they're in pretty good coverage overall. Just couldn't get home in the blitz. First down for the Giants. Under center, he's got 2 receivers high. Lions showing zone defense once again. Showing more zone today than they have that I can remember. Play action pass. He's got time. He's throwing a deeper route. He's got a completion for about 40, maybe 35 yards. Robinson chews up the zone defense. The Lions right now are not getting pressure on the quarterback. They're not getting to the running back. And obviously the offense is not ideal.
That's tough. Yes. Jeez. Just gashing us.
Lions fans are shocked. Amik falls down. Maybe. Yeah. He did. Yeah. Lions are in a bad situation here because they need to get the ball back here. It's not even the end of the first quarter, and you can feel the anxiety in Ford Field. I formation. It is going to be a handoff here. Lions defense flows to him, brings him down. Captain Jack takes him down after about a 1.5 yard gain.
For as well as the defense has been playing, the one thing I would like to see would be more turnovers. Might be a good time if we can get somebody knock a ball, somebody make a play, pick something, punch a ball out. That's a great play by Jack Campbell.
Shotgun formation, empty backfield, 4 to the high side, 1 to the low side, 1 in the high side is a running back in the back. Winston takes the snap. He's looking, reviews, deals it out there, and delivers another first down catch. And they're going to get Brian Branch for targeting. I disagree with that. You got to tackle the guy. So what do you want to do? Not tackle the guy? I don't know why that would be targeting, but they're throwing the flag on it. They're talking about it, and they're going to enforce it.
I just saw that play. I got to see the replay. It's a quick play, so it happened quick. I get. So yeah.
Well, they get it for helmet to helmet. I get that part. All right, I didn't see the helmet to helmet before, so it's tough. But Giants are going to be in excellent scoring position after that flag. They are at the 8.5 yard line, 1st and goal now for the G-men. I formation, splits, 1 high, 1 low receiver. Giants hand it off. It's a run up the middle, and he's going to take it down to the 4.5 yard line. Big hole for him to run through. He took it for about 4 yards.
Yeah, that's
Jameson Winston has 130 yards passing already in the first quarter.
Just insane. Just insane.
All right. Shotgun formation, 2 high, 1 low. The low is a tight end and running back low. It's another handoff up the middle. And he's going to take it down. Needs some help from his friends, but he's going to take it down to about the 3 yard line. 3rd and goal. 40 seconds left in the opening quarter. Robinson for the Giants. Most receiving yards in a quarter for any Giant this year. He's got 106 yards receiving already. Big opportunity for the Lions defense to keep them to hopefully just a field goal try. And here we go. Shotgun formation, 3 high, 1 low. Running back switches to the low side. Winston takes the snap, drops back. No pressure on him. No pressure. A little late pressure. He throws it up and throws it away. Lions defense is not getting home. All right, I just want to slap people around and drag them by their ears and blame the jerseys. Could be. Let's see, Dre, our defense was left in Philly. Apparently, someone sent me a jet to pick them up. Hey, if you could do that, that'd be real nice.
Yeah.
I want a Brian Branch jersey so bad. I would love that as a birthday gift. We'll see if we can make that happen for you. Anthony Branch just won't learn. Okay. Phil, roughing, not targeting. Yeah, roughness, not targeting. All right. Brian Branch with an exclamation point says Cynthia. The replay says yes. And the kick is up. It is good. And we have a 10-0 ball game, unfortunately, for the Giants, not the Lions. Branch just can't get a break? No, he can't. Riley, right now it is the end of the first quarter. It's not the quarter we all thought it would be.
It's not. You've got 144 total yards for the Giants to Detroit's 23. And the Lions have a whopping 4 passing yards. I did want to see emphasis on the ground game today, but they've only got 19 rushing yards. Some big plays given up to the Giants there on their opening drive, a trick play touchdown, and then back-to-back big plays there on that. I think that was their third drive. Just tough, man. I don't think that they're going to have certainly Robinson's not going to receive for 100 yards at each quarter of this game, but something's got to balance out here. And at some point, the offense is just going to have to start imposing their will again instead of just, hoping to keep their heads above water. I don't know what's going on the offensive side of the ball, particularly with St. Brown and the drops.
Again, I try to view everything as analytically as I can and is from a Lions fan perspective. Again, just pay attention to this game. What you've also seen, I'd say really starting to in the second half of the Cleveland Browns game, and you've seen more and more teams kind of emulate it. They're putting 8 guys up. They're saying, hey, if you can run it, great, go for it. Passing attack, we're not worried about it.
Right.
So how much of that is that, in your opinion, is the lack of fear from the other teams from a passing attack? Is that because St. Brown's dropping, Goff's look frazzled, the offensive line, there's no Ben Johnson? Where do you point the finger, I guess?
You went exactly where I was going to go, and I know people don't like saying nice things about Ben Johnson, but there was all this narrative, hey, it's not a loss. It's Dan Campbell's offense. It doesn't matter. Well, it almost kind of feels like teams have kind of figured out the Lions' offensive approach. We had the jet sweep there on the first down on the previous drive, went nowhere. We even saw it, this was more of a special teams thing last week, but and that fake punt that they ran, Philadelphia was ready for it. There's just no surprise element, it feels like, with what the Lions are doing, where for years that was kind of the fun of it. It was just like a bizarre, play call that was, you kind of felt like, okay, you don't need that with this current team. Well, whatever you've got to do to spark something, we just need a big play. How about something to Jamison Williams here would be really, really nice, especially if St. Brown's dropping the ball. Why don't we throw it to number 1?
If I get we're all going to be the Lions can win this game still. There's a lot of game left. You've got to get something going, though. You got to get some confidence, some momentum going. The defense, hey, they've given up some plays, but you know what? You've given up 10 points already. You've given up 144 yards. Let's see what happens here. All right, we're getting ready for the kickoff. There is the kickoff. It's going to be the right side of the field once again. Seems like everybody kicks over there for the most part. He's going to bring it on out. He is on out. He's past the 30, going to be brought down around the 35-yard line. Even though he gets up and keeps running, he's down. They did tackle him down. All right. This would be an excellent opportunity for the Lions to come on back and, get after it. Let's see what they can do here on this drive. Remember, the Lions do get the ball to start the third quarter, so that's a big plus, even though we basically have just begun the second quarter. All right, Lions, what do you got here? Time to regroup, recalibrate, and get going. Tight formation, 2 backs in the backfield, split receivers, 1 high, 1 low. And Goff takes the play action pass. He's going to drop it off to Brock Wright, who holds on, and he's going to get about a 20-yard gain. Lands on his head, but bounces back up with a little help from a friend on the sideline. Brock Wright, no worse for the wear, apparently. Goff's got time. He's got a pocket, and he dials it on up for the 20-yard gain. If we could just do that about 4 more times this game, we'd probably score a touchdown.
We'll take it, yeah. And he flipped it. Yeah, awesome. Good play.
Montgomery is in. We got another tight formation, split receivers, 1 high, 1 low. Tight end is also on the high side as well. St. Brown in motion, and it's another play-action pass. Goff under some pressure, steps around it, dumps it on down to Dave Montgomery. He doesn't go down until he gets a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1 for the Lions.
Take it. More Montgomery.
Montgomery could be a big cure for this team. We'll see here. You hear whistles on the field. We'll see what shakes out. The clock is stopped, so somebody must be hurt. It is a Giants player. Riley, while we go to the injury, and I'm assuming a timeout here, I did mention, I think it was yesterday, maybe this morning as well, for the Giants. They got basically half their roster are pending free agents after this game. Why does that bother me as a coach? It means you got a whole lot of guys. They're just going out there trying to play their best because they're trying to secure another contract. Give them credit. They've lost 5 in a row. We all get some of those games or nail biters. But how much does a team like this worry you?
Yeah, I made the comment going into this one, and maybe it was just my Lions fandom coming through because I believe that. I even said it last week. I could see a scenario where the Lions actually, win with relative ease. And then as I always do, I'm always thinking, well, what's the other side of that? Exactly right. A lot of these guys, first of all, you have a coach change, so that can spark some fire for some players. But then a lot of these guys, they're not playing because they bleed New York Giants, and they're playing for their next contract. They're playing to be seen and put good film out there. And we saw last week, the Giants almost beat the Packers. The week before, they almost beat the Bears. So shame on me if I thought that this would just be a easy game. These guys are, and a player like Jameis Winston, his teammates love him. It's not like they can't stand the guy; they love him. So they're going to rally around him. And this is to me though, this is the perfect opponent for going into Thanksgiving. Now it's going to feel a hell of a lot different if the Lions don't win today, but I don't even want to speak about that possibility.
Let's not speak that in existence. But like in my coaching career, whenever I've been pretty fortunate that we never had a bad season anywhere I've coached or whatever. As far as being below 500 or not winning or whatever. But one thing I can say is, I have coached some teams that have been the underdog to a ranked team or whatever you want to say. I always enjoyed games like that because, you can just let it all fly. It doesn't matter. And I think you see a lot of that with the Giants. The opening drive, the pseudo flea flicker, the throwback flea.
Exactly.
That's something you do when it doesn't matter. We don't win this game. Who cares, man?
Yep.
Some of the stuff they're doing defensively, if we give up a touchdown, who cares? We're expected to lose. And that's to me where it's dangerous if you're the Lions because you're seeing a team that's being very aggressive. I think you're going to have to match that to a degree. Gary says put J-Mo at punt returner. He was gear in college. Okay, get his talent on the field. We'll see if they do. Gary, the Lions just need to go back to having fun, air it out. We'll see if they can. All right, they're taking the player off the field. Lions back at it on 2nd and 1, tight formation, quick snap, pull, and David Montgomery is going to go forward for about a 2-yard gain, but that is the Detroit Lions. First down.
I like that comment from Gary because that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for a spark. We didn't see it against. He had the one touchdown with Jameson, and then he had the penalty, stupid decision he made after. But just something to spark this offense to get the guys smiling again. Loosen up.
All right, they break the huddle. They're coming out. Goff under center. Another strong formation. Lions at the 33-yard line, 33 yards away from Pater. Monty in the backfield. 2 low receivers, 1 high receiver, plus a tight end. There's the snap. It is play action. He's under some pressure. He gets rid of it. St. Brown catches it. He hits the 0 button on his man controller, spins, and gets about 3 more yards. St. Brown says, I'm back, baby.
There you go. I love that push circle on the controller.
Hit the O button. Hit the spin button.
Like you're playing Madden. Exactly.
Exactly, man. You got to have fun. If you take it too serious, man, you just get stressed out.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, but I would do, if it was me, I know Phil was asking earlier, what would you do? I would have Monty and Gibbs in the backfield more and more. And like I said, flank Gibbs out from time to time and have him run some short crossers. All right, shotgun formation, empty backfield. Now motioning David Montgomery into the backfield. You got 2 low, 2 high receivers on 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Goff drops back to pass. He unloads it into the end zone, and it's, I guess they're saying pass interference, but it says no. St. Brown thought he was tripped. And now a flag does come out in the end zone. I was like, looked like he fell to the ground and tripped St. Brown. But the ref closest to did not see it that way. It appears another ref did see it. He runs a post pattern. He cuts out, then cuts quickly in. And yes, he is hit in the end zone. That is pass interference.
There we go. So that goes to the 1. So punch this in. No question. Just punch this in.
Yeah, if what the Lions got called for is pass interference on last Sunday, then that's, it's not the biggest contact, but it's enough for the defender to fall down with that contact. All right, New York Giants, that is the first pass interference called by a team against the Detroit Lions passing attack this year, and only the second time in a year and a half that somebody's been called for pass interference against Detroit.
That is insane. And somebody in the Dew crew did comment on that earlier, and I wanted to
shotgun formation, handoff to Montgomery. Montgomery's going to fall forward to the line of scrimmage on 1st and 10. Lions went shotgun instead of stacked house, and the Giants brought the house to bring down Montgomery for no gain. 2nd and goal.
That stat just showed that the Giants have a 10-point lead, I think it's since 2020, like week 9, they haven't had a 10-point lead. Insane.
Yeah, they've had like 4 this year and lost them. It's crazy, but all right, they're a yard and a half away from pay dirt. I'm going to guess this is 4th down territory for the Lions because you know what? That's what Dan Campbell does. Goff under center, 2 high, 1 low, 1 running back behind, man in motion, St. Brown. And Goff breaks a would-be sack and throws it in the end. Throws it away. All right. I thought he was going to throw it to somebody, but instead he just threw it away. Lucky he wasn't sacked. Again, nobody is biting on the play-action passes the last several games for Detroit. Everybody's doing the same thing. If it's play-action, just go hit them.
Yep, Minnesota, Tampa, and Philadelphia all did that.
Yeah, they're going to get Goff for
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So if you don't get this now, I would really like to see some points taken. Get the touchdown, but if you don't, I mean,
intentional grounding on Goff.
That's tough.
So it's going to be, it went from 1st and a yard to now 3rd and 11. Is what it is.
Okay, so what do we think here? 3rd down, big 3rd down here.
All right, here we go. 3rd and goal for the Lions. And again, I won't be surprised if they just try to get it within 2 or 3 yards, go for it on 4th down. Lions trying to spreading them out here on shotgun formation. Goff making an adjustment here. He's got 2 high plus a tight end. You're going to set up a screen to St. Brown. He's going to get it down into the end zone.
Thank you.
Touchdown.
Thank goodness. All right. That's huge because mentally I was thinking if you don't get this, I don't want to leave points on the field. And so I was already thinking, do you have to go field goal? Great play call. A lot of bodies there. That was crowded.
You talk about needing a score, they got a score there. And, hey, it may not have been the prettiest thing, but at the end of the day, it doesn't need to be. Lions offensive line was downfield blocking and got guys into the end zone. You know what, folks? I know some of you are feeling pretty down on the Lions. You're down on your soups. You're spilling over your Mountain Dew. You're spitting at your sister. But you know what? We got a ball game. It's now 10-2 pending the extra point. Speaking of extra points, it's up there. It's out there. It's in there. We got a 10-7 ball game.
Okay, so if you're Jared Goff, that's exactly the type of play call you love. Hey, I'm going to get this. I'm going to turn really quick. I'm throwing a dart to St. Brown and letting him just do the work from there. You want to go to one of your best players in that situation there. Great to see St. Brown. Maybe that's the spark we needed. Great to see him get in the end zone.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. Give me just a second. I've got to get a little bit more beverage. My water's about gone, so give me just a second.
Oh, what just happened to my? Oh, okay. I was freaking out for a second because we're good. I got it there. My screen shut off for half a second. Phil C with a good play. Dre Day, who scored? That was Amon-Ra St. Brown. Sorry, I can't see this. Mastravi. If I'm getting that wrong, correct my pronunciation. Let's go. Momentum shift. There we go. Cynthia says, yay. Trim Reaper with the woo, Ric Flair style. King SJ, good to see you, man. Glad Saint got that off his back. Yeah, huge. We needed that. Dre Day says, Sun God in the end zone. That's his guy. Love it, man. St. Brown wiped the butterfinger off his gloves. The report of the Sun God demise might be, asks Bo Booth. Good to see you, man. Egan says, by sheer will alone, what a relief. Yeah, that's I was sitting there thinking, if you've got something in the back pocket on a 3rd down, now would be the time to call it. But just a simple kind of play there. Not a ton you can call in that short of a field. And I'm sure the Giants feel upset that they gave that up. Semi-tush push, there's Phil C. There's a lot of bodies in there. And then, everybody knew, okay, we're going to have to rally around, get to St. Brown, and the guys get behind him, help push him into the end zone. And then Cody says, now we just need a Winston patented turnover That would be good. And then Bo Booth going back to the Sun God demise report might be premature. Yeah, I think it is. I mean, for all of the drops and what we saw against Philadelphia, I mean, if it's a 3rd and 9 and got to have it, or what we just even saw right there, if you tell me before the ball is snapped that this goes to St. Brown, I feel pretty good about that. That's probably my first choice, for the options there. So let me scroll back up. Kerry Simchich says Montgomery is a bull. He is. It's great to see him get the ball. It's a balance to get both he and Gibbs with the rock, but anytime he gets it, he tends to fall forward for some extra yardage. So absolutely love to see that. So here we go. All right, 10-7. Do any of us doubt that the defense is going to come out and continue to do their job? Hopefully the Giants used up all their magic here in the first quarter on offense.
All right. Let's Lions are going to get ready to kick it off here in a second here. Those scoreboard watching, we got the Steelers 14 with the ball and the Bears 7. Checking out a couple other ones here. We got 7 for the Packers with the ball and the Vikings 3. We'll get more of the scoreboard at halftime. Giants take the kickoff there at the 15, the 20. Nobody near him. 25, 30. Breaks a tackle. Nearly breaks another tackle, but he's brought down at about the 32-yard line. St. Brown, Riley, how big was that catch and run with a touchdown for him?
That was perfect, because if you're St. Brown, that's a play call that when you hear that call come in, or when you hear Goff reiterate it, okay, they're looking at the situation. They're saying, we're going to you. This is your opportunity. And if you're a player like St. Brown, who's arguably the best, certainly one of the best players on the team, you live for those moments.
All right, tight formation, 2 to the low, 1 to the high, running back behind, man in motion is a tight end. And Winston's got a play action pass. He's got Lions coming after him, but it's a screen pass that gets out there. He's out 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He's got one man to beat. He's brought down after a couple Lions get him, but another trick play, huge play, gets him about 40 yards as they are chewing up this Lions defense, which looked so good just a week ago.
And just as I said, hopefully they burned all their magic in the first quarter. They're in field goal range in one play. And that was a good move by Tracy to shake free of Branch there for the extra yards.
The running back out of the backfield had nobody near him forever. And just like that, the Giants are once again in scoring position.
Gosh, dang it.
They are at the 27-yard line facing a first down. Lions stacking the box. Winston is going to do a jet sweep. And he's going to lose about a yard. DJ Reed back on the attack, and he's dropped the hammer on him for about a half yard, maybe a yard loss.
Great to see him back on the field.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, man. All right. Let's see if the Lions defense can do something here, get the ball back, hold them to 3, maybe just steal the ball from them.
Yeah.
All right, tight formation to the high side, running back behind. It is 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion to the backfield. I formation. Winston checking, changing the play. And he's going to hand it off. He's got a hole. He's going to go. He's got a first down and about a 12-yard gain.
You're right, Coach Dan. The Giants are approaching this like, nothing to lose. And the plays that they're calling, they're really well designed.
I know everybody does the thing where you look at the records. Well, they lost 5 in a row and everything. But guys, remember, these are NFL players. These are professionals. They've got, they're playing for contracts and, having to remain football players versus going to get real world jobs. So a lot of these guys know, not half the league, but 33% of the league is going to be replaced next year. They don't want to be in that 33.
Yep.
1st and 10, shotgun formation, handoff again. It is an RPO. Winston's going to go down after about a 3-yard gain.
Got to be strong right here. Hold him on this short field.
2nd and 8. The Lions defense came in as being touted as becoming elite. So far, not so much this game. But they have an opportunity here. Hope has not left the building. They're down. The Lions are 10-7. It is 2nd and 8. Can they make a play? Hold the G-men to a field goal or less? All will be revealed with 8.5 minutes to go before halftime. Lions showing zone coverage once again. Winston drops back to pass. He's under a little pressure, throws it up and into the end zone, then out of the back of the end zone. Does it seem that the ends not meeting the middle? In my opinion, Cynthia, the Lions ends are not getting the most pressure. We'll put it that way. All right, 3rd and 8. Lions defense has an opportunity to rise again to the occasion.
3rd down.
3rd down. What are you going to do, Mean Gene Okerlund? Winston surveying the defense, and it looks like New York needs a little extra time to talk about. They're going to call a timeout. The other part, like we're mentioning Riley with, hey, like the 3, by the way. The other part of it is on top of all the free agents they have, guys looking to further their NFL employment, get a new contract, either from the G-men or somebody else next free agency. You've got an interim coach trying to prove he should be a head coach in the National Football League.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is, and especially when you go out and open the opening drive. I mean, at the end of the day, these guys aren't happy being 2-9, but you know, it's you make the most of it. You're still getting paid a lot of money, and then you go out and if you score a touchdown that opening drive, and your coach tells you, "Hey, we're gonna just go cut it loose. We're gonna have some fun with this." You start having fun. That's the highs of the emotion that this game can provide. And then all of a sudden, you have a team that record-wise is, you know, in the doldrums of the NFL. But then all of a sudden, and again,
here we go. 3rd and 8, empty backfield, 3 to the high side, 2 to the low side. Winston ready for the snap, takes the snap, rush is coming. Steps up into the pocket, throws the end zone. It's a touchdown.
Dang it.
Isaiah Hodges went up. He had one-on-one and caught it.
Yeah, empty backfield. And that's tough, man. So pending this PAT, you've now given up more points today than you did last week. I mean, I hate it, but it's that throw from Jameis Winston. It's a great throw.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier in the week, I would have preferred playing Jackson Dart. I think there's just more things you could do to confuse them. Veteran quarterbacks, even though Jameis Winston, everybody goes, well, he's floated from team to team. He's still playing the league, and he's still got an arm, and he's still playing for another contract.
Yeah, that was a dart and a great catch. So, okay, I said earlier, hopefully they use their quarter or all their magic in the first quarter. Let me just modify that to first and half of the second quarter. Gosh dang.
Oh, yeah. Exalted 8. We love having you here too, my friend. All right. Well, Lions defense here, it just is not getting any pressure on Jameis Winston. I think that's what we can say. So we'll see what happens the rest of the game, but let's pay attention to the scoreboard. Bears have it. They are down with, at least if this time is correct, it seems like a lot of time, but 8 minutes, 46 seconds. They're down 14-7, but they do have the ball. Vikings are still down 7-3 to the Packers. Packers have the ball. Anybody else we want to pay attention to here? Well, probably not at this point, but we'll be paying attention throughout the day. Riley, not much going Detroit's way. What do you do here?
Yeah, this is, again, we can't just kind of go, flipping the coin and going back to the other side of it now. It's like a seesaw. Offense, you got to come out and do this. And when we're talking about that, I just can't help but think, man, if Pittsburgh beats Chicago today, and now the way this game's going, I don't care if you do it with style points, just win the game. You're right back there. Then how great are you feeling going into the kickoff Thursday against Green Bay, knowing if you win that one, you're still in a really good spot and in a really good position here. But, man, offense has to come out and do something. I think we've seen a couple of receptions for Brock Wright. We've seen St. Brown get his touchdown. Tesla, J-Mo, maybe a big play from Gibbs coming up here. I'd like to see something from a player get their first stat of the game on offense here.
You mentioned Jameson Williams. Have we even seen him or heard his name today?
No, we have not even heard the name.
It's that's something.
I love
Lions
Wright,
defense.
Love St. Brown.
Sorry,
No, you're good. That's what I'm saying. I want to see. I'd like to see Tesla or Jameson get a touch here on this drive.
Lions defense. Has anybody heard Aiden Hutchinson's name so far?
Yeah, I don't think that we have. I don't think I don't think we have. It's just strange, the highs and lows of football. Because again, defensively last week they did their job, but offense has to come out and just be reliable here. Get a drive, go get some points.
All right, well, there's the kickoff. And again, let's just cheer him on here. He's going to catch at the 1 yard line. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, going to bulldoze his way forward to about the 27 yard line. Lions do get the ball to start the third quarter, but right now they're under a little bit of pressure. They got to go out and score, trying to tighten up the score before halftime.
That was Hodgson's first touchdown reception since 2023. So usually you've gotten so accustomed to seeing the first since, this is the first time since, and those are usually positive stats for the Lions. There's been multiple for the Giants already today.
All right, there's the run. It is Gibbs. He's going to stumble forward for about a 4, maybe 5 yard gain. And I get Lions fans, emotions are starting to boil over a little bit. Lone Wolf, guys, the Lions are awful. Let's hope not, my friend. Both quarterbacks are 7-10. Goff has 1 touchdown. Winston has 2. There is a significant difference in the yardage. 69 for Goff, 183 for Jameson Winston. All right, getting back to it, though. 2nd and 4 for the Lions. Strong formation, 2 low, 1 high. Goff again is going to hand it off. Gibbs breaks a tackle, shakes and bakes, kind of flops forward to get the Lions first down.
I'm not a betting man, but if I had placed a bet on this game, I would have thought Jameer was a lock for 100 yards.
Yeah, I would just say in the comment section, I get it, man. We're all very passionate Lions fans. Obviously, the game's not going the way we anticipated or hoped, but you know what? There's a lot of game left to play, so I'm going to cheer them on and think the best things that I can. Shotgun formation, 2 low, 2 high, 1 running back, low side. Goff's going to drop back. He's got time to throw. He does throw, and it's a completion, too, for Jameson Williams for about a 3, maybe 2.5 yard gain.
Well, there's the name, Jameson, but 3 yards is not.
Did the ball hit the ground? I don't know. One of the commentators, I did catch him say it looked like it hit the ground, but it's 2nd and 7 on this board. So they're going to say 2nd and 10. So apparently the ball did hit the ground. Unfortunately, the Lions receivers, and especially the big guns, St. Brown and Williams, in recent weeks have dropped the ball quite a bit. All right. What the Lions got on 2nd and 10?
Let's see something different, something we haven't seen before.
Detroit's going to take a timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining. The tough part is those drops. While I get he wouldn't have had a ton of yardage, Riley, here's what I can say. You're behind the sticks now. 2nd and 10. And if you're Goff, man, you got to a certain degree. I get we're all going to say the same thing, man. I've got total faith in him. But how many times have these Lions receivers in the last month dropped passes?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, what was Goff in Philly? I think like 14 of 37, some just asinine stat line but 10 of those incompletions went to St. Brown. I guarantee you Goff didn't lose any ounce of confidence in throwing to St. Brown after that performance. But yeah, he needs some help. We always talk about his protection. That's part of it. But we're just not accustomed to the, not seeing sure-handed ball catchers here. We need people to make plays. It's that simple.
All right, we're getting back at it. Empty backfield for the Lions on 2nd and 10. You've got 2 high, 3 low. Now Gibbs checks down, but still not in the backfield. He's going to release on an out route. He's going to throw it to somebody. I can't tell who it was, but it was dropped. Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams, with a bold strategy on back-to-back plays, drops the ball.
Just as we're talking about. I don't know what is going on. There's just weird.
Yeah, it's I mean, we can all say this, that, and the other thing, but the end of the day, you've got to do your job. And right now, the Lions are not doing their job. Another empty backfield set, but this time Gibbs does come into the backfield. Giants are going to be bringing the heat on this one for sure. 1 high, 3 low, and you see the blitz from the low side. They do drop back. They bring a delayed blitz. Goff is under pressure, and he's going down.
Oh, unbelievable. Wow.
The rookie third-round pick out of Toledo is having a day. He gets after Glasgow, breaks up the plate. Goff tries to step in the pocket. The only problem is there are Giants there to step into.
Yeah, see the I get it. You celebrate when you make a play, but like 5 D linemen, right? They're all dancing in unison there. That should enrage the Lions players. Like this dude there. Yeah, Goff stepped right into the set. I mean, he didn't have anywhere to go. He had to step up into it, but
punts received. He's going to cut back, and he's going to lose some yards and go down roughly the 25-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
Jeez.
Holding, I think, against the Giants.
Yeah, Cody, you're right. Offense just can't get right, and defense.
Yeah, Lions defense is going to have to make a play because right now the offense is struggling.
Yep.
Don't blame Goff. He's doing the best. Everybody's going to blame somebody. I get some of you are going to blame Goff. The only thing I can say is receivers are dropping passes. The line is not giving him a lot of time. I think he's doing what he can, but, do you blame him? Do you blame the receivers? Do you blame the play call? Do you blame Brad Holmes? You blame everybody. Just pick your target. You're probably going to hit something with it. Throw the dang ball. You got to have somebody to throw to, though, don't you, Big Daz? I guess you could throw it just to get out of your hands. I don't know. Let's see. Lions will not lose this game. I like the way you're thinking. Sanders, have teams cracked our offense? They have, man. They have. And then, like I was saying earlier, Sanders, I don't know if you were here, but in my opinion, on most downs, especially first and second down, they're just overloading the line and saying, hey, we're not going to let you run the ball. We have zero worry about you passing the ball. And if you run play action, your guys have been instructed for a month now. Don't worry about the running back. Release them to the line. Go hit the quarterback. Don't bite on the play action at all.
Which is a defensive lineman's dream. I mean, that's exactly – you're like, are you serious? Like that's – you pray for those opportunities as defensive lineman. Yeah, just cut it loose. Just go.
Yeah, and the only thing I'll say in the comment section, you guys can blame whoever you want. I don't care who you blame. You got to blame everybody. If it's me, you got to blame the front office. You got to blame the line, the quarterback, the running backs, the receivers. Blame everybody. But the only thing we can say is this is where you're at. You're on the outside of the playoffs trying to get there. We've been beating a dead horse, I guess you could say, for a while now about what at least I see out of the defense is what they're giving. You guys have your thoughts. What do you see? The stuff you need to control is what you can control. You can't have your two best wide receivers. We're halfway through the third quarter, and they've got 4 drops between Jameson Williams and St. Brown.
Which is more than their receptions.
Yeah. They have more drops than receptions, as you're saying. Riley, give a pep talk here. What are you doing to rally the troops?
Well, I like what Cody said, too. I like the Monty drives better. I miss those. I miss the ones where it was just, it Gibbs is the one that's more, explosive, I guess. But I just miss those drives where you just knew you could, it's just a matter of how many times the ball is going to get snapped. You feel pretty confident it's going to end in points. Right now, it's just, it feels like we're playing with 3 offensive linemen. And I just don't know what the counter is to it. Quick actions, quick – drag routes, a quick hitch, because it seems like, when Goff is dropping back, they're waiting for these big routes to develop. There's just not time. And I think you're exactly right. The Giants they're just playing loose today, man. They're calling trick plays on offense, and Jameis Winston's just having fun out there. And that's what the Lions need to do, as cliche and corny as that may be. I want to get back to seeing them have some fun and smiling, and hope that St. Brown touchdown would spark that, but offense is just not up to snuff.
Well, the Giants, they start at the 10-yard line on first down. They run it. They get about 4.5, setting up a second and very manageable here. 2nd and 6. Lions defense, if they can make a stop here, that would be phenomenal.
Right. Get some points before halftime, get the ball coming out, and then hopefully they structure something and come out with something scripted really strong in the third quarter. It feels like this is the game where at this point we have to get a turnover on defense. A fumble, a pick 6 would be great.
It is going to be 3rd and about a long one. We'll say 1.5. Under pressure today, Jameis Winston, 5 out of 6, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Basically a perfect passer rating. Or it is a perfect passer rating. All right, 3rd and 1.
Thought that coming into the game. Okay, big play.
The one thing I'll say is Jameson Williams, when he drops back to pass, he's had a lot of time. Goff, maybe not as much. You have a 4-back formation. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and I think he's going to be stopped about a half yard shy, depending if they blow the whistle. Now, what do the G-men do here on 4th and half a yard deep in your own territory? If it's me, Riley, and the intern coach, I'm going for it.
Just why not? Yeah, why not? Or a fake punt, maybe. Oh, that's a big stop, man. Okay.
It is.
That's huge. We need this. You're right. Kafka is just. I think that the risk outweighs the reward in his mind.
I am a bit of a gambler, just not at casinos. Just when I'm coaching. All right. There is the snap. They are going to punt it. It's up there. It's out there. It's going to go a ways there. It's going to bounce and take a Detroit bounce. Stay away. Fire drill.
Yep. Cynthia shouting out Lopez. I saw him in the scrum there. Maybe I didn't see, but maybe he was the one that made that play there. Roy Lopez. Been a nice acquisition so far.
Well,
so defense is doing their part, man.
I keep talking about it, but if I'm the Lions, man, I think everybody gets it. The offensive line isn't what it's been. You've got to do some stuff from a structural X and O standpoint to spread out that D. Basically, you've got to create some lanes for your quarterback. And if you're going to blitz defense, you know what? You're leaving everybody one-on-one.
Exactly.
And
you got to
Lions right now are playing very conservative like they have for the last month.
That's why I'm pointing out too, where they, the 5 defensive linemen all dancing and celebrating in unison on the Giants' big smiles. Because we're playing into their hands. Our play calling doesn't seem like it's counter. There's chess and checkers, right? I just want to see something different, something that we haven't seen to this point.
All right, Lions in shotgun formation, 2 high, 1 low. Giants showing blitz. They back out. There is a flag on the play. Gibbs is going to get outside, and he's going to get about a 3-yard gain. We'll see the flag.
And they just showed that stat. Our starting field position has been awesome today.
It has. It is offsides on the defense.
Nice.
Lined up in the neutral zone. That should give Detroit a 1st and 5.
We'll take it. Now,
Lions, as bad as this half's gone, Riley, you score a touchdown here going to the half. You're down 3. How do you feel?
It's exactly where I was going with that. The time here, ideally, you burn up enough time where you're not putting the defense back on the field, but get some points, get the ball to start the 3rd. If we can get a touchdown here, I feel pretty confident about the chances to still win the game. Which
Gibbs up the middle is going to be brought down about a half yard shy of a 1st down, setting up a 2nd and half yard. Riley, if it's me, you got a big shot down the field. This is where you take it.
Why not? Dial it up right now. Although I was just saying I'd like to see some time burn, but I guess you can't. You're not in a position right now where the time on the clock is going to dictate how you're calling plays because we haven't taken the top off of them yet. So I agree with that. Throw something deep here.
I formation now. Check that. Checking out. Dan Skipper on the field. 2 receivers, 1 high, 1 low. 2 extra offensive linemen. Lions appear to be ready to pound it. They're going to hand it off to Gibbs. Gibbs got a hole. He's got a big hole. He's going to break it outside to the 40, the 35, the 30, the 20, the 15. He hits the afterburners and stumbles down to about the 4 to 3 yard line, depending on where they mark him out of bounds. Lions need a big play. They got a big play from J. Wild Gibbs.
We'll take it. So that's the result that we asked for. It came differently, but when he gets in the open field, man, my goodness, I'm not breaking news here, but he is so unbelievably good, man.
The Lions needed a big play. They needed a response. They got a response there. Now, it comes down to where they marked him, but either way, the Lions going to be inside about the 5 yard line. In fact, they're going to mark him at the 3 yard line. 1st down. Goff checks it. Play action pass. Dumps it to Gibbs, who appears to get in the end zone for a touchdown.
There we go. And I love it. Cody says, hey, like I said, I love the Gibbs. That's my sense of humor perfectly. I'm right there with you, man. We want more Montgomery. We want more. All right, just go to Gibbs. Yeah, we'll take it. I love that.
Right.
That's awesome.
Keep on running. You know, that's a heck of
All
a
right.
catch by Gibbs. He even gets the ball out, breaks the pylon and the goal line, and into the end zone he goes.
All right. Huge. Needed that. Now, this is going to happen before the 2-minute warning. Let's see what the Giants do. Do they keep going with this, super aggressive, just cut it loose and nothing to lose? Or are they going to be a little bit conservative here? I think that they'll try to push the ball down the field here.
Yeah, if I'm then, again, we talked about it all game. You got nothing to lose here, man.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yep.
If you're going to sit on it, you're probably going to get ran over. 2 minutes, 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Steelers have the ball, but they're tied with the Bears. 14-14. Vikings have the ball. Yep. They're down to the Packers with 23 seconds before halftime, 10-3. So if you're paying attention to the North, there is your NFC North update there. And we'll get into other stuff at halftime here.
Yep. Egan
Gibbs, 11th scrimmage touchdown this season, second in the NFL. That took 1 minute and 45 seconds off the clock, and it was all Gibbs all day. Sounds like a radio station.
Says, I can't believe how quick he got to top speed. I mean, he just it's that's what we love, man. We love seeing the just Gibbs in the open field. It's like a spiral. I could just watch those on loop all day long.
Well, we can say what we want about the Lions. Yes, it's been roasted a little bit, but you know what? They've kept this a game. It is 17-14. The Lions offense, we can say what we want. It has been also kind of roasted today. But with that being said, Lions playing as bad as they can, and they're down 3 points with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left before the half. Both teams have 2 timeouts. The referee's asking Bates, hey, how much you give me if I give you 3 points here on this kickoff? He's telling him no. Now he's going to wind the clock. Bates has got the clear to kick it. And there is the kick. He's going to field it right on the goal line. He drops it. He picks it up at the 3. He's at the 10, the 15. He's going to go down at about the 18-yard line. Sailors is going to get a personal foul for throwing a guy down. That's going to give the Giants a 15-yard penalty.
I don't know how many people here in the Duke crew are watching the game as well as listening to us, but Shota Montgomery there, usually he's all fired up and happy when Gibbs gets a touchdown there, and I don't want to say that he's not, but clearly he has the look of somebody that wants to get the ball a little bit more. And I don't know why Sailors threw whoever that was on the Giants down like that. No reason to give him extra yards there. Pointless, man.
All right, here we go. They got the shotgun formation for the Giants. Shep yelling out something. Can't tell until you got trips to the high side. Now running back to the high side. Tight and low side. Going to hand it off here. Lions gang tackle him after about a 3-yard gain. That will take us to the 2-minute warning. All right. Let me check some stuff here. 2-minute warning. We're going to go to commercial. Lions down 3, but there is life in Motown as they've scored to bring it back to within 3. Can the defense step up? Maybe get a takeaway. That'd be great here.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Sometimes in football, it just feels so simple. Like, just get a stop here. Just prevent something catastrophic. Don't give up any points. Feel pretty good about this. But yeah, I mean, if the Giants want to put the ball in the air, would love a pick here. Cynthia says she's got her Gibbs tee on. I think that certainly contributed to that touchdown. We'll take that. Trim Reaper. Sky is falling, and I'm yelling at the clouds. Love it. James says the O-line made a showing. Yeah, I mean, it was the drives look great. The offense looks great. The play caller looks great. Jared Goff looks great when you can just get it to Gibbs over and over and over and get him in open space.
Lions come back, win this game. How pumped do you think the Lions fans are going into Thanksgiving, Riley?
I mean, the inverse of that is to think about how dampened and watered down the emotion and the mood would be if they don't win this game, and then you're still going to be showing up Thursday and trying to find a way to convince yourself it's still, within. But you have to have this win, I feel like, and if you get this one, especially if Pittsburgh holds on and beats Chicago. You got to remember they have one more win right now than the Lions, but you still play them again, and you already have the head-to-head with against those guys. So you're just right here. It's dangling in the balance right now of still feeling like I'll tell you what. If the Lions win this game, if we ran a poll in the post-game show, will the Lions win the NFC North? I bet you 80% of people would say yes.
Well, real quick, let's look back to the Giants season because they've lost some games to good teams. Let's see, September 7th, starting the year, they lost to the Commanders. They weren't competitive that game. They lose by 3 to the Cowboys, lose to the Chiefs by 13, lose to they beat the Chargers by 3, lose to the Saints by 12. Eagles, man, the Giants beat the Eagles. People forget about that this year. Let's see, they blow the biggest, I think, blown victory in NFL history, or at least it's up there. How about in the top echelon? They had a 30-point lead evaporated, whatever. They blew it in the fourth quarter and lose to the Broncos by 1. Let's see, lose by 18 to the Eagles, lose to the 49ers by 10. Bears got them by 4. Packers survived them by 7. And then you have where we are now. So obviously the Giants have the ability to play with some people. All right, getting back to this one here, though. It is 2nd and 7, another shotgun formation. Too high, too low for Jameis Winston, who has 2 timeouts and 2 minutes left in the half. He drops back. Lions do not bring any pressure. He throws a bomb down the field, and it's a little too high and out of bounds. But there is a pass interference call on Detroit.
Man. That's brutal, man. Gary says that the Steelers just took the lead. That does help, but my gosh, man. That puts them at midfield.
It is a pass interference. I mean, seen the replay. It is a PI. And downside is it's Amanda. You're just giving up yards there, but is what it is. That's the style of the defense they play. Shotgun too high, too low. They're at the 45-yard line now with 1:55 to go. Lions again, no heat, and another easy completion against zone coverage. And, well, just like that, the Giants are in scoring position. It took them 12 seconds to go from one side of the field to the other.
Mm-hmm. So set sail to the idea of holding them before the half, probably at least a lock to get a field goal now. Now it's the objective changes to just keeping them out of the end zone. Gosh dang, man. Yeah, our zone's just getting Jameis looks like, how is this guy a backup?
They're reviewing the play to see if it was a completion. Booth review in under 2 minutes, but Kelvin Shepard's defense, which had looked phenomenal today, obviously the Giants have seen something with it. And Winston, 8 out of 11, 209 yards. So, say what you want, but Hutchinson, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen any pressure, one way or the other on Winston. He's had all sorts of time.
Yep. 2 bills in the first half, just playing, just having fun, man. It's simply just need your best players to make plays.
All right, 1:40 to go. Both teams still have a couple of timeouts. Can the Lions defense do something here to get the ball back or hold them to 3? We'll find out momentarily. All right. Shotgun once again. And referees come on the field. Something's apparently going on. Resetting the game clock.
10 second runoff that they didn't account for.
All right. You got 2 to the low side, 2 to the high side. 1 running back to the low side. Clock is ticking under 1:30. Lions in man-to-man showing blitz. They do blitz. Campbell's picked up. The check down is released, and he did fumble it, but out of bounds. So instead of a gain of 5, it's going to end up being about a gain of 3. Unfortunately, no Lions player could get to the fumble.
209 passing yards for the Giants to Detroit's 58.
Meek Robinson does a nice job of punching it out. Just unfortunately, nobody can get to it before it goes out of bounds. 2nd and 7, 58 seconds to go until halftime. There's a snap. Winston drops back. Again, way too much time. Throws it deep down the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah.
3rd and 7. Jared Goff's looking over there going, man, I wish I had that kind of time.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what I thought when it showed him on the sideline.
I've been surprised. I thought Shep would be far more aggressive this game, but he must have some reason why he's not doing it. 3rd and 7 here, 48 seconds until the half. Lions D, if they can hold it to just 3, probably thinking that's a win here today.
All right.
Giants got shotgun, one high, trips to the low, running back to the high side. Winston adjusting the line, adjusting the play, takes the snap. Hutchinson drops, gets in his face, and it is caught. But he may not have held onto the ball. Incomplete.
Okay. I was about to discard this sign for good if it's not working for us. So now,
Thomas Harper busts up the play, but I'll say this. Jameson Winston's he's showing you why he was good in college. And to be fair, in the NFL, he's had some games.
Yeah, he has an arm. Okay, so you're going to get 40 seconds. You'll probably get the ball back with, I don't know, mid-30s.
All right, it is a 44-yard field goal attempt. It's up there, it's out there, it's in there. It is 20-14, but the Lions touchdown gets them the lead. So they'll have 38 seconds plus 2 timeouts to try to do something here.
Which is plenty of ammunition. Throw something deep. If it gets picked, fine. It's a punt.
Just playing. Sorry, joined late. He is playing. Yeah, he just he got pressure on Winston that last pass, but didn't get a sack. Hopefully, Winston will revert to playing like Winston again. He has taken care of the ball today. That's all. To be honest, Mastoff, that's been his only real knock in his NFL career is that he throws the ball to the other team too much. Other than that, he's been okay. Amit, yes. All right. The Winston experience get either great or horrible. That is true. All right. Let's see what the Lions do. Again, they have 2 timeouts. Can they at least get in a field goal range for Jake the Hitman Bates?
That's got to be an objective right here. I would be stunned if they came out and were conservative, especially for a team that goes for it as often as the Lions do on 4th down. Let's see a deep shot here. Get into field goal range. Get those 3 points you just gave up. Get those back.
All right. Waiting for the kick here. Here's the walk up, and there's the kick. It's up there. It's out there. It's going to be into the end zone. He does bring it out. He's at the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 42-yard line. Got to get about 25 yards, I'd say, to have a reasonable field goal opportunity. Khalif Raymond returned the kick, and he put on some burners. Nearly got the edge, but the kicker brought him down.
I was shaking my head when you were calling out that he took it out of the end zone because I thought that the time was more valuable, but that's a good return. Didn't take up a ton of time. You need 3 points here at least.
All right, 20-14, 2 timeouts, 31 ticks on the clock till halftime. It has been a up and down, back and forth game for the Lions. Giants. Let's see the formation if you can get me off Goff's face here. They're dropping into basically prevent defense here. They got 4 guys coming. They get some pressure, but Goff does get it off. Gibbs breaks out of a tackle, and the clock is running. Gets about 3-4 yards. Clock does stop, though. So the Lions used 8 seconds to go 3 yards. That's not very good. And again, Goff takes a hit, even though facing a 4-man front. They're going to give him 4 yards. So again, my opinion, you got to do more than that.
Yeah, it's frustrating to be that close to the sideline and not get out of bounds.
Defender made a good play, not letting him get out. But all right, 1 timeout left, 23 seconds. You're going to have to do something with it here because you've got to get a little bit further than this. Shotgun too high. Now make that 3. Now check it. Too low, too high. 1 running back to the high side. Giants overload the left side of the line. Goff takes a deeper shot, and it's caught. by, let's see, I think Khalif Raymond. Lions hurrying up to try to check it. It's going to be a first down. You got to go. 10, 9, 8, 7. There are going to be 7 seconds on the clock at the 25-yard line. You're going to have time for one more play. Some asking, is Tesla in? This is at least the 5th or so snap that I've seen with him. Tesla did have one-on-one, but I don't think they were really looking for him there. Raymond came up with a big play.
So do you take a shot at the end? Yeah, you take one shot at the end zone here if you don't get it, but it's got to be quick because you better not let all that time expire. Oh, that's a filthy route from Raymond.
Yeah, 7's. I mean, just think about the first play they ran to Gibbs. That took 8 seconds, so it's got to be quick.
Exactly right.
Giants going to call a timeout and probably have a conversation. All right, while they're conversing during this timeout, let's do scoreboard update. Let's see. It is 8 seconds until halftime. 21 Steelers, 14 Bears. Let's see. Colts 14 with the ball. Chiefs 9 at the half. Vikings are down 6-10 at the half. Giants, you already know this one with the Lions. Jets 7, Ravens 3. Man, at the halftime. Ravens, I thought they were going to start clawing back, but not so much in recent weeks. Patriots 17, Bengals 13, Seahawks 16-3, and that's it for your first half updates. But we're sticking with this one. We got 7 seconds and a sexy timeout for the Lions. I'd feel a whole lot better if they had 9 seconds. But
Yeah, exactly.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
23-yard line. Giants showing 4 people, dropping everybody else into the end zone, basically.
Yeah.
See what the Lions do here. He's just going to check it down to Gibbs some free yards time, and he gets out of bounds with 3 seconds left.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that because the Giants, yeah, it's pretty clear. You're almost just doing a mini little prevent there.
Yeah, good read. The chance of you getting a touchdown there are pretty slim. Chance of you getting a pick are pretty high.
Exactly.
So get the field goal, cut it to 3, and you get the ball. Sounds like a win to me, despite this first half.
Yep, absolutely. We'll take that. And when you looked at the clock and there was 38 seconds left and 2 timeouts, like we said, okay, go get those 3 points that you just gave up, get them back. And all things considered, for as poorly as the defense has played the first half, to be down only by 3 if this goes in.
It did go in. So,
okay.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, my bad.
No, I'm a little verbose at times, just rambling and getting all my thoughts out. And then I thought, let me make sure that this goes in before I put my foot in my mouth.
So at the half, Goff 11 out of 17, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. So not a bad half, and especially considering they have 4 drops. If you add in those drops, he'd be 15 out of 17. We're in the game, says Phil. All right, guys, it's halftime. I'm going to go take a quick break, get some more water, yada, yada. Riley, you want to stay on, or you want me to put on the halftime beeper?
Yeah, no, I'll hang out with everybody. I like to get some comments in, so we'll hold it down for you, Coach, while you're gone.
All right, I'll be back momentarily.
So, yeah, my thought here, guys, is Phil just made the comment, too. We're in the game, right? So it's amazing how often this happens in football where the game's not going the way that you thought it would go. I don't feel like it's a sure thing that the Giants are going to come out and put up, this amount of passing yards again here in the second half. So what are you guys looking for differently? What adjustments do you guys want to see as we get into the second half here? And I think that the call here is simple. Win the game no matter what. Cannot lose this game. Just win this game and start getting some guys back. I'm sure get some reinforcements heading into this upcoming game Thursday against Green Bay. But let me just go over some first half stats with us. Total yards, 182 for Detroit. The problem is the Giants have 254. 212 of those have been through passing. So they've only got 42 rushing yards for Lions, 96 passing yards. You figure that that's going to balance out in the second half. 86 rushing yards for Detroit. And then your average yards per play is 8.5 for the Giants, 6 for Detroit. Both teams have 11 first downs. Third down efficiency, the Giants are 3 of 7. Lions are 2 out of 5. Neither team has gone for it on fourth yet. And interestingly enough, total plays, both teams have run 30 plays. The Lions have given up 2 sacks. Goff has been sacked twice. Have not sacked Jameis Winston yet. Need that to flip here in the second half. 3 punts for the Lions, 2 punts for the Giants. The Lions have been penalized 5 times. New York's been penalized 3 times. Time of possession is almost split too. So between first downs, total plays, time of possession, you're pretty even. So 20-17 is the score. Let's see. James Lewis says we need more man coverage. I agree. Seems like the zone is just getting too easily beat. And maybe, as Coach Dan alluded to, maybe Shepard by design went into it and said, I wouldn't want to say take it easy on him in the first half or be more conservative, but maybe you dial things up and just give him a totally different look in the second half. Mastravi says we need to stick to the run game. Let me pull up, because I'm always curious here on this. David Montgomery in the first half, and I'm sure you guys all have these box scores in front of you and you know this, but watching the game and listening to it, 2 carries for 3 yards. And now he does have 2 receptions, so 13 yards receiving, but just imagine somebody telling you in June or in May, hey, David Montgomery, his halftime stat line will be 2 carries for 3 yards. And I think he had 2 carries in the entire second half against Philadelphia. So between the last 4 quarters played, he's averaging a carry per quarter. I just don't feel like that's good enough. I don't feel like it's not like Montgomery's falling off a cliff. Maybe the offensive line isn't as good as it's been, but I just hate to see that, if they're going away from David Montgomery. Nathan says we better play better in the second half, or it's going to be a long day and a longer last half of the season. They just cannot get it together this month. It's weird. I agree with you on that front there, because even the 2 touchdowns, you've gone to your playmakers. You've gone to St. Brown. He made a really good play. And then that one drive, it was just Gibbs over and over and over. And then he gets in the end zone. Where's the feeling of just like, doesn't matter. Like, we're clicking on all cylinders. Where is that feeling gone where you can just go out and feel like you call whatever you want? I know Coach Campbell said that was the case against Washington, but it just doesn't feel like, okay, you try to take one thing away from the Lions offense, they'll just adjust and go to the other thing. Right now, it feels like we're getting touchdowns based on just almost pure talent of an individual versus a whole team unit. Bo Booth says, as bad as we played, you have to give the Giants credit. Great point. Bo, I like you, man. You know ball. They came into this game with, a great plan. This has been for the Giants. I feel like it's a letter A grade for like, hey guys, this is a best case scenario for at least offensively. Almost everything's working. Jameis has a perfect passer rating or close to it. That's got to change in the second half. That can't happen. You can't have a backup, as good as this backup may be, come into your home if you're a Super Bowl contender and he has a perfect passer rating and doing that, not just on, 4 or 5 pass attempts. He's thrown the ball 10 times, but they've had obviously some big plays. Yeah. 152 quarterback rating. That's got to drop in the second half. Jeff Buckner says, loving the Steelers right now. Let me pull that up real quick, Jeff, and see what that score is. On that note, maybe you guys shout it out here. I've got a couple windows open. Let me know what the score is of that game on that one, Jeff. But I'm assuming that the Steelers are winning if that's the case there. They are, 21-17 at halftime. So almost the same score for our game here. Chuck Brewer says, can't run when the blocking is so bad. It's Gibbs making things on it. Yeah, all or nothing runs. That's a great point. I think that's kind of what I was thinking a second ago as well, is it's just his individual talent. If he gets out in the open, well, that can happen on any given play. And then all of a sudden now you've got a drive that looks really good on the stats. Whatever it takes to win, man, whatever it takes, but would certainly like to see something that just feels more reliable versus, we got lucky on that drive. Let's see. Egan's got Giants D is good, but they choked a 30-point lead away in 1 quarter to Denver. That's true. That's something all 30 points in 1 quarter. Listen, the Giants aren't the team. They've folded. This is why Daboll lost his job because they did it against Chicago. They've done it a bunch this year. This isn't a team that can put you away. So if you're in the Lions offense, the locker room right now on the offensive side of the ball, you guys, we got to go out. We keep saying it, but no reason you can't go out and impose your will. This is not a world-beating team. And if they're going to come out and cut it loose like we've been talking about, and Coach Dan made a great point, they're kind of playing like they have nothing to lose. Okay, that's fine for a half, but this is where adjustments are made. Jeff Buckner also asked, or Bruckner, who is Legatron? That's got to be Jake Bates, a spinoff on our guy Megatron, but Bates is known for a powerful leg, able to make these from very long distance. Seeing a bunch of trick plays so far today. We've seen some here in our game, probably a bunch going on league wide. Let's see. I don't know. Little Island Boys is definitely feels like we missed the security blanket Laporta. Yes, we kind of talked about that pregame. Brock Wright's plenty capable tight end number 2. The problem is you can't still call the plays like Laporta's in there, because you're right. He's not only a great blocker, but if it's 3rd and 4, if it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, I'd almost wager this ball is probably going Laporta's direction here on this snap. So that's not what you're going to expect from Brock Wright, but it's Laporta will be missed for sure. Let's see. Pistons fan asks the Green Bay score. They are up 10-6, and they're already chipping away into the third quarter. So they're 10 minutes. Their games must have been a lot of runs in that game, because they're already cooking, and we just started halftime. Bo's also got Gibbs can make the difference. I would like to see Montgomery hammer them a little bit more, but no team can stop Sonic when he gets a crease. That's true. But hopefully, I would love to see Montgomery out there. 2 carries is just not for David Montgomery. And Pierce says it's not going to happen. And then Pistons fan also says give Gibbs every play he's coached. Maybe that's what it's going to take, and if so be it. whatever it takes to win the game here. And then let's see. I don't know if Coach Dan's back here. Some noise there on that side. Looks like he's coming back in.
All right, Riley, I got a question for you and everybody in the Do crew right now.
What do we got?
Since it's halftime, just having a little fun with you guys. If you could go back to the was it 2-3 years ago draft where the Lions traded out of the number 6 pick, take Gibbs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Would you still make that trade, or would you have gone with Carter?
Oh, I'd still make that trade 100%. 10 times out of 10. No question. That's easy for me, because that also gets you you get Laporta in the second round. And I remember I was at work and I stepped inside another room when they were making that pick, and I remember hearing how good this Michael Mayer was. And so I would have thought if they took a tight end into that draft, I thought if you're taking a running back and tight end, it would have been Bijan Robinson and Michael Mayer.
Right.
Well, Michael, that's why I'm not Brad Holmes. And Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, worked out great. Jalen Carter's a great player, no question. But yes, 10 times out of 10, I make that trade still.
I know some people, just halftime stuff to, talk about.
Yeah.
If you could revisit any of the drafts, are there any players that you would have done differently, not taken or taken instead? And I get, everybody's going to say, well, don't draft Hendon Hooker. Okay, he didn't pan out. I get that. But if instead of taking, say, Laporta or Campbell or Branch, is there anybody you would have taken instead of them?
That's a great question. And I can honestly say the jury is still out for me on this year's class. There are certainly some players that you would like to see, but I can't say that. I'm sure if I sat and went through and you could make some strong arguments, but man, I've been so happy with the picks that Brad Holmes has made, and the team's been in the position that they are. I really can't say no. There's a one standout name to me where it was, you should have, you're right. Hendon Hooker didn't pan out. And I think he's already been released by the Panthers. I don't know if he's even on a roster anywhere. But that's a guy that was talked about as a first round pick. Had he not torn his ACL. And I felt great about the pick at the time. Some of them, none of these GMs nail every draft pick, but yeah, just to answer the question succinctly, no, there's not a player or pick that comes directly to mind for me that says you should have done X instead of Y.
Right. And again, I know there's going to be a lot of people that say, hey, you should have drafted somebody else instead of Giovanni Manu. You should have drafted somebody else instead of Hooker. It's easy to say when somebody busts that maybe you shouldn't have done them. And who knows with Manu, I do think he's improved quite a bit since when they drafted him, because I thought he was – I get why they drafted him just from the physical aspect, Giovanni Manu. But watching him play in college and now watching his first training camp a year ago, then this training camp, and even the little bit he got in against the Bengals, I'm like, yeah, he's improving. They're doing some good work with him. Whether or not he's ever going to be a starting left tackle in the league, man, I don't know. But
yeah. And, Brad Holmes talked about, man, I wish I would have taken Puka. There was a lot of thought where maybe that's because, again, in camp you're hearing, and you can see the physical profile similarities to Tesla. But again, it's hard to do, man. And it's not even being a Lions fan from the perspective of, man, we'll just take anything at this point. But I think you talked about it during the week on one of the morning shows. There was a point in time where, being 6-4, you would have taken it in a heartbeat. Yeah, and so you just have to have the context of where the season's at, where the team is at. I felt very strongly, I think all of us probably did, you weren't going 15-2 this year. It just wasn't going to happen. And so whether you're 6-4 or 7-3, it would feel different because you would have just beaten Philadelphia. But at the end of the big picture, everything you want is still in front of you for this team. And if you feel like the ceiling's a little bit lower this year, that's a discussion and an argument you can have. But if I felt like it was fixed or that the Lions were just, not going to make the playoffs, it'd be hard to still tune in. I'd still do it because I love this team and I love, I love football. But
right.
I still feel confident that the Lions have it within reason, within shot, that they can make a run and a push here at the Super Bowl. Even if you do have some ugly first halves on one side of the ball, like we just saw offensively here in the first half. But we were going over some stats here, and statistically, they're pretty even here. I think that the Lions have a shot here to have some separation here in the second half. They sure like to see that.
Well, they're getting ready to tee it up and kick off to start the second half, so let's get after it. Hey, let's say you can be a fan of the Lions, you can be a hater of the Lions, this guy in the team, that trade, this, signing or whatever it may be, draft pick. Here's what we know. Lions are down 3 to start the second half. They made it a game. Now, can they continue that to start the third quarter? Let's find out. There's the kick. It's up there. It's out there. It's away. He's going to catch it roughly at the 1 yard line. He's gone to the 10, the 15, the 20. He's going to cut back, cut up, staying alive, and goes down, dives forward to, we'll say, the 24, maybe 25 yard line.
A big thought that I had going into this year was it was one of the aches of Ben Johnson's offense was usually there was a bad performance offensively in the third quarter. Something I wanted to track. Can you start this drive, go get the touchdown, take the lead here?
All right, let's see what Dan Campbell, MCDC's got dialed up for us to start the third quarter. Mike Kafka for the Giants, the intern. We got shotgun, 1 high, 2 low. Man of motion is Khalif Raymond to the low side. Goff checking. Gibbs in the backfield to Goff's low side. Now Raymond cuts back up and in. It's a run to Gibbs, who kicks it outside. He's going to turn on the Jets and get about a 7-yard gain. Giants didn't set the edge. Gibbs got out wide, improvised on the play, and a good start for the Lions in the third quarter.
Yeah, cannot get enough Jahmyr Gibbs. But one of the stats that I was going over at halftime, Coach Dan, too, was 2 carries for 3 yards for Montgomery. That's and I think he had 2 carries the whole second half against Philadelphia last. We just need more Montgomery carries, even as Gibbs is scoring.
Under center is Goff. They're going to say 2nd and 1. Goff's going to hand it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to cut it up, cut it in, let him begin. He's going to go for about 4 downs and get a 4 yards and get a Detroit Lions first down.
Move those chains.
Clearly, Dan Campbell said at halftime, you know what we're going to do, Riley? We're going to go forward, this way, down the field.
And they probably looked around and said, that sound good to you guys? Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Goff under center, strong formation. He's got an extra tight end to the right side of Penne. 2 receivers high, now man in motion to the low side, 2 low. It's going to be play action pass. Goff's going to unload it to Amon-Ra St. Brown for about a 15-yard gain and the Detroit Lions first down.
Take it. Keep it moving. There's number 5 in the backfield, but I do know now that the ball is thrown here. That's good.
Giants played zone coverage. Goff was able to throw it over a couple of linebackers and get to St. Brown. Drop the biscuit in the basket. Lions moving the ball down the field. And there's another Goff pass. He's going to drop it off to Gibbs, who fumbles it, is going to get dropped for about a 3-yard loss. Gibbs didn't catch it cleanly, and because of it, cost him 3.
The play before to St. Brown, that's a dart from Goff, man. That's such a good throw.
Gibbs just couldn't catch it. Against zone coverage, that's tough. I get it. You got somebody coming after your head. That's going to set up a 2nd and 13. Lions at the 48-yard line of the G-men. They need to go probably about another 10 or so to have a reasonable field goal range. So how about this? Get a first down. Shotgun formation. 2 low with the tight end, 2 high. Goff's going to drop it out again to Gibbs. Gibbs this time gets past the first, the line of scrimmage, gets about a 5-yard gain. So, just like that, Lions' offensive drive started. Now it's kind of stalling, and it is 3rd and 11. Good tackle by the Giants. Both times. It's one-on-one, and not often, I would say, would you expect the DB to bring down Gibbs one-on-one.
It's frustrating because it's the same play call. Just, all right, let's just try the other side of the field. I love getting the ball to Gibbs, but it's just.
This time they get a screen to Jameson Williams, and there's a flag on the play. Otherwise, Jameson Williams got a long run, but I think they're going to call illegal man downfield.
Just like that, stalled up.
Glasgow and Ratledge are showing signs of duress. It is an eligible man downfield for the Lions. That's going to bring it back.
That is so frustrating because that's a great play call. It's a great play call to get JMO the ball in that situation, and then it's oh my gosh, frustrating.
Lions just they do a lot of good things, then they do some bad things. All right, it is 3rd and 16 though. Can they at least get in field goal range and tie this game up? I think we'd all take that at this point. Here we go. Goff in the shotgun. 2 low, 1 high. Running back to his high side. He's going to drop off a screen. He's got a lot of blockers. Gibbs is going to get a few yards. He's going to shake and bake. Not going to get a first down, but he's going to get about, I think, 7 yards.
Will that be enough for a field goal attempt?
You see Goff coming off the field, so Dan Campbell's made up his mind. He's going to kick a field goal this week. 4th and 8.
Oh, it's a long field goal. Come on.
Oh, they're going to punt it. Apologies.
Gosh, man.
All right. I'm surprised by that one, but playing the field position game. There's the punt. It's up there. It's out there. And it's going to be down at about the 6-yard line.
That's why you punt, right? So yeah, I would have loved to see a attempt there because I want the points. But man, when we talk about like, well, you're a midfield or at the 45, what do you gain by a punt? Man, when you've got a great punter like that, if you pin him within the 10 or the 5, I mean.
I'm going to throw something out there, Riley. Last week, obviously, the Lions went for it on 1,000 different 4th downs. Yeah. I do believe that's why they didn't go for it there.
Yeah, that's you look at it, and if you're Dan Campbell, you're saying, man, I love the aggressiveness, but that's what the Giants would be doing. And you talked about the mindset of just cutting it loose. It's like, man, you can't afford to lose the game. It's the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Looked promising to start there, but no way you can go for that 4th down there. And if you're not, 80% confident that your guy's going to kick that field goal, you've got a great punter, put him out there, pin him deep, make him go the distance, have a longer field, which is something they did not do against Philadelphia. Made it too easy.
Yeah, I get some people don't like Glasgow. I know Southwest doesn't, but the problem is, I'm assuming all the coaches, said, hey, he's the best option we have. So because of it, I'm just going to root him on. I get why some don't, but the problem is if he's your best dude, you better hope he does well.
Yep. You look at him for, can he have the best Graham Glasgow game? If you expect him to be Frank Ragnow, of course,
that's going to be a problem.
You're going to be disappointed every time.
Lions lose this game. Show who they are. Just talk, no action. We go back year to year as losers. Go back year to year as losers. I don't know. Glasgow is a bump. Okay, well, what if the next guy's worse though? If the coaches have got him in, the next guy's bummier, I guess. Bo, tell us what you really think Southwest draft equals. Yeah, I think we all agree with that. Southwest. I mean, I've shared it before on the show before. We've talked about the Southwest along with everybody else in the Duke crew. If it's me, I would have addressed this a long time ago, but they didn't. So here's where we are. Let's see, Little Island Boy. What do you got? Once Frazier is ready, you think he can shuffle the deck and get Tate to center? Tough part is Tate Ratledge is a rookie, and he's not really a center. Yeah, I know everybody says, well, he took snaps in college. Taking snaps is one thing. Playing at a high level as a center is another thing. Lions tried him at center for a little bit, and I think it was like 15 seconds later they said, all right, you're not a center. So I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. But I get why they wanted him to play there. All right. Well, getting back to the game. Here's a handoff. It's an RPO, and he's going to go down for about a half-yard gain. So Lions playing field position this week. This is a new thing for Lions fans. If you don't know what field position is under MCDC, you got to get in the way back time machine to understand it. So New York Giants, 5th drive starting inside the 20-yard line. That is something the Lions have done well. Now, can they do even better by getting the ball back here in positive position?
Yep.
Under center is Winston. He's got 2 backs in the backfield, plus a tight end, plus a receiver low and a receiver high. Lions crowding the line. It's going to be a handoff again. Lions blow it up, but he's going to stumble forward, break a few tackles, and get a first down, unfortunately.
So
that will be huge.
5 drives for the Giants have started within their own 20 today, and that's what you need. You can't let these guys come in here with short fields and make it easy. But unfortunately, give up a first down there.
All right. Lions defense. We got somebody down. It looks like to be a Lion, unfortunately. I didn't see who it was.
Yeah, lots of highlights advertising the upcoming Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite things about Lions fandom. It's the Thanksgiving annual game, but you feel a heck of a lot different today as opposed, win or loss, how you're going to feel going into Thursday. And I'm not sure who's down for Detroit, but
Meek Robinson.
Oh, man.
He's walking off the field on his own power. All right. Lions down by 3, 20-17. There's not much energy, it would appear, in Ford Field. Maybe it's just the TV, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It did look kind of it looked kind of like a down mood. It's kind of but something needs to happen. Somebody make a play to make that place go nuts.
Making plays does kick up the energy level a little bit. All right, 1st and 10 for the Giants. They're at roughly the 20-yard line. All right, take that. 17-yard line. Strong formation again. Motioning a tight end in. Play action pass. Hutchinson double team, triple team. Oof. And it is a drop pass by the tight end for the Giants. Thankfully, because the Lions had no pressure on him, and Winston had all day. Bellinger dropped the pass, so it was a little high for him, to be fair. Lions' defensive pass rush has been non-existent this game. Now, is that the Lions' pass rush is non-existent, or is the Giants line that good? 2nd and 10.
Feels like it's us just not getting there today. I didn't come into this game thinking, man, it's going to be so hard to get to Jameis. In fact, I thought they'd be able to get to him, but he's back there jumping around and
deep pass down the sideline. He goes up. He gets that one though. On let's see, Alex Anzalone. He jumps up and catches it, and the Giants once again have a first down. Sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. That's brutal.
Yeah. Hutchinson is getting hit every time. They're not going to let him wreck this game.
I mean, that throw and catch there from Jameis on that second down, I mean, that's like as good as it gets.
First down again. Now the Giants at the 42-yard line. They are pushing the ball. Another play action pass. Winston all sorts of time. DJ Reader finally gets a little bit of pressure. Winston throws it up and throws it away.
So you get a little bit of pressure, and the ball is thrown away. It's timed off. It throws the timing off, or it's too high. It's, no secret. Pressure is a good thing.
2nd and 10. I've said it for a while, and I think you see some signs of it in the NFL. If I was a GM taking over a bad franchise, I had the number 1 pick, everybody wanted the quarterback, I would trade out of it and sign a veteran quarterback. Somebody that's a little bit younger, like 26, 27, who didn't pan out somewhere else. Getting to this, so it is 2nd and 10. Lions, can the defense make a play here? Shotgun 2 low, 1 high. And there's the snap. Winston drops back. No pressure again. He gets it out in the flat, and it's going to be another Giants first down against zone coverage for Detroit. They are picking the Lions D apart here today.
Yeah, it's like just on repeat. No pressure, simple catch, first down.
A correction, that was man coverage there when I watched the replay. All right, anyways, 1st and 10, they passed the 50. Lions need to hold them to a field goal at best, or at worst, I guess. Hand it off here. Lions get to him, and they're going to bring him down for about, we'll say, a 1-yard gain, setting up a 2nd and 9. It's been the pass protection for the Giants, in my opinion, and the pass coverage of the Lions that really defined this game. Lions just, man, they're not getting any heat on Jameson Winston, and man, they're just not getting any pressure on them, and the pass coverage for Detroit has not been well. All right, shotgun formation, 2nd and 9, 2 to the high side, 2 to the low side with a running back. He's got time. He drops in the flat, and Alex Anzalone makes sure he does not catch it. It's going to be 3rd and 9 as Anzalone blows up the running back on the play. Metaphorically speaking, he didn't actually blow him up.
All right, I'm going to bust this out. My good friend Eric sent this to me straight from Ford Field. So right here, let's keep this rolling. Let's get a 3rd down stop, get the ball back, and go get some points. Let's get the lead.
3rd and 9 here. What will the Lions do here?
Pick 6.
That would be great.
Jameis, you've generally been pretty generous over your career. Throw one to us, man.
Shotgun. Winston changing the play. He gets it off right at the snap. A little bit of pressure, and it's deflected by the Lions at the line. Oh, Brian Branch. Oh, had perhaps an opportunity to pick it off, but either way, it was tipped by one of the Lions defensive lineman, tipped it, hits the ground.
Let's go. All right.
Lopez, is that it? 51? Yeah, and the ball's up in the air. Lopez makes a play. Man, he's been coming on in recent weeks for the Lions.
Great play. Yeah, somebody was talking about him earlier in the comments. And again, you're not signing that guy hoping he's a Pro Bowler for you, but when you look at him for what he is, I mean, yeah, he's really good last week. That's a timely play, man. Philadelphia did that to Goff like 5 times last week, if not more.
You hear the chant, "Let's go Lions," coming from the Ford Field faithful as Khalif Raymond Fair catches it at the 10-yard line.
I love Gibbs, right? We all do. If it were me calling the plays right now, this is where I'm going to Montgomery. Go carry this. Go carry us.
All right, Lions fans, you got once again an opportunity to go tie it, go take the lead. It's halfway through the 3rd quarter. You're down 3. The Lions got the ball. They're 90 yards away from pay dirt. What are you doing? Let's see. Babylonia's defense has been getting cooked. The whole game should have gave Bates a chance to tie it up. I hear you there. Scott, what's up? Coach Dan and the new crew running behind today had to get on the fire stick because the game isn't out here in Kentucky for the first time all year. Let's go Lions. All right. And glad you were able to get the game eventually, it seems. Massive no pass rush. I concur. Carl Lawson would be nice. It would be indeed. Pierce, not a 330-pound tackle at edge. We've been seeing a lot more of the big edges for us, and we're not getting pass rush today with it. David, turnover, need a turnover. All right. Well, they got it turned over on downs. Rotisserie, indeed. Let's go Lions and Cynthia. Scott, 3rd down stop. Alex Anzalone, Chuck. But Monty is getting hit before he even makes the line of scrimmage. It is what it is. That's what we do here.
He has been, and it's tough, and maybe that's why you keep him off the field, because he just needs, some shake and some juice to it. Not that he doesn't have any, but yeah, I'd like to see him have a drive here. And I say it every time. I feel like I'm on a repeat, broken record, but Jameson Williams would sure be nice right now. This is why you have him on your roster, for these moments, to be able to have that at your disposal. Try to take the top off. I don't know if what's the furthest depth he's thrown today? 30 yards, if that.
Maybe something like that. But scoreboard watching for those who are paying attention. Bears have the ball in a 24-21 lead over the Steelers. Packers out with the ball now, 17-6 over the Vikings.
Yeah. Need Pittsburgh to rally and the Lions to rally here.
At the end of the day, it only matters what the Lions do, really, because they got to win here. All right, let's see. We got Bo Booth. What do you got? The D stopped them. Hardly getting cooked the last one. I'll go with that. Reality Mike, these boys better pull this off and not lose. Exclamation point. I like the way you're thinking. From all the way down in Florida.
Man,
all right,
awesome,
Jack
man.
White will be the halftime show at Ford Field for those paying attention. Monty is your back. Tight formation. Golf under center. Split receivers. One high, one low. Now check that 2 low. And they're going to play action pass. Goff's got time. He steps up in the pocket and leashes it down the field and gets it to Amon-Ra St. Brown for about a 23-yard gain. He had one man to beat, but unfortunately had to turn his back to catch the ball. Gain of 30 on the play. Check that, not 23-30. Again, I got to do the math in my head. And I got to remember where the markers are all the time.
We'll take it.
Now you guys know why Dan Miller has like 2 guys on the next to him in the booth putting those sticky things down.
Yeah, right. Give him the numbers there, but yeah, that's cool. There's somebody was from England earlier, Kentucky. We've got Florida, so Lions fans everywhere. Love it.
Lions sending Jameson Williams in motion, strong formation again. It's a handoff to Monty. Monty into the line. He's got a power forward for we'll say 3 yards on the play, setting up a roughly 2nd and 7 with 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And just keep that in the minds of the Giants that's still there, then just should be able to take it off the top at some point.
All right, getting back to it. 2nd and 7. There's the snap. It's a handoff to David Montgomery again. He's going to get about 2 yards there. So it's going to set up 3rd and 5, roughly. See, Vic, what do you got? Coach Dan, what is your biggest difference in between this year's team and last year's? Yeah, offensive line. I think somebody put that in the comment section. But good offensive line means you can run easier, pass easier, and you can get further into a playbook. Without that, you become a little limited. 3rd and 4, big opportunity here for the Lions to get a first down and keep the ball moving forward down the field. Goff is 16 out of 22 for 164 and 2 scores.
Need it right here. Big play.
Goff checking, changing the play. He's got trips high, 1 low, running back in to help block. He's going to unload it. They're going to get a break loose from St. Brown, who caught it in between multiple defenders, and he's going to go forward for about a, I'll say, 16, 18-yard gain. Let's see what the flag is. I'm assuming it's pass interference. Offside on the defense. We'll take it.
We'll take it. Yep, good. I'm waiting for that ball to be snapped. Oh, dude, that's a tight window too. That's
Goff may have been radar locked, but he did get it done there. And yeah, he threaded a proverbial needle, and then somehow St. Brown got away from both guys. We'll take it. 5:08 to go. 1st and 10 Detroit. They are in positive territory. Today, he's got, 5 receptions, 96 yards for St. Brown. Strong formation again, split receivers, 1 back behind. St. Brown in motion. It's going to be play action pass. Goff under a little pressure. Unloads it just off the fingertips of St. Brown. Maybe just a bit high. Did get the right hand on it. Couldn't get both hands on it.
Just a silly throw to St. Brown on the 3rd down there. That's from that angle from the behind Goff. Just crazy to even throw that, but great throw. And I guess you call it St. Brown will call that a drop because it touched his hands. He's wide. A little high, but
most catches in first 5 seasons of his career. I'm around St. Brown 2nd. All right, 2nd and 10. We got 2 to the low side. Now man in motion to the low side. And it's play action yet again. Screen to Dave Montgomery. He's got blockers. Unfortunately, a great play on defense. He slices between the blockers and brings Monty down after about a 5-yard gain. Otherwise, that thing might have been a house call.
Positive yardage there to put yourself in a sure field goal attempt if you don't convert here. So that's good play.
All right, we got 3rd and about 5. We're going to say 3rd and 4. 4:20 to go in the 3rd. Goff in a shotgun. Monty to his right. 2 to the high, 1 to the low. Isolation route for the man on the low side. And they're going to pitch it out to Dave Montgomery. He's got blockers. He's got will. He's got power. He's going to get about 7 yards, 8 yards for Detroit Lions. First down.
Love it. Keep it moving.
It was Khalif Raymond on the low side, and he set the backside edge, allowing multiple other people to get out there, including Brock Wright, to help spring them free. That's a nice play there, by the way. And you're asking a whole lot out of a small wide receiver to do there.
I love it. This is the drive I wanted for Montgomery. Play to his emotion and just say, all right, we're going to you. You haven't had a lot of carries. This is your
empty
drive.
Backfield snap for Goff. He's going to go down.
Damn it.
Third sack on Goff today. Positive situation for the Lions, but I didn't see who got roasted, but Goff had no chance. He looked to the right on the snap and got put down on his backside. And again, it is Yodi that, he just got roasted.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
No chance for Goff.
It's brutal.
Lions fans booing about something. I'm not sure what, though. All right, 2nd and 18 now.
Oh,
they're going to do a quick screen to Khalif Raymond, who juggles it, but still holds on. He's going to get about 5 yards back, setting up a 3rd and 13.
You get a great first down conversion, and then, that was way too easy.
That's what the flag was. Goff was kicked in the head by the dancing, what do you want to say, Giants lineman after the sack. Not intentionally done, but he did get kicked in the head.
3rd down, just like that. Yeah.
Somehow the refs missed it. The kick to the head on the one person you have to protect more than anybody else on the field. Somehow nobody saw the kick to the head. I get it was unintentional, but still, you can't believe it.
Yeah. Tough sequence for Goff there. He sacked. His lineman was a statue on the play, and
Khalif Raymond down on the play. I'll be right back.
Okay, you got it. So we'll see here. That just went to commercial on my end, so I don't know the distance. 3rd and probably 10, maybe more. Honestly, after that sack, Yodi got burned. Yeah, he did. Trim Reaper, wish you could watch the game. At least you're hanging out with us here. Appreciate having you here with us. Cynthia, Demo is tough. This is the drive I was hoping for out of him, but I don't know. I keep calling for some more Jameson as well. I've just got too many wants, too many mouths to feed, I guess, on this. The team's whole energy is just off this year. I don't know what's going on with it certainly does have a different feel to it. Still a talented team, but I'm waiting for that cohesion to really set in, which is weird because after week 1, it felt like you questioned if that was going to come back. And then week 2, you're like, oh yeah, it's back. Week 3, week 4, you're feeling like it was all there. And then it's just hard to sustain it. You are what your record says you are at some point too. And so Lions got to hold on and do whatever it takes to get this win today.
Yeah, I'm agree with you, Southwest. How they didn't see it. I mean, I get it. It's easy to see stuff on replay. How they didn't see on the field, the one guy you're supposed to watch at all times, sort of like the playoff game against Washington last year. I get he throws the pick, but then he takes a helmet right to the head. Nobody sees it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also why, you could probably analyze every game and find stuff in any sport that officials miss. It's not easy. I get it, but still got to see somebody get kicked in the head. Let's see. May see Kyle Allen if Goff keeps playing, getting hit like that. Maybe if you knock Goff out of the game, sure. But right now, Yodi, that's 2 of the 3 sacks, in my opinion, are on Yodi one-on-one blocking assignments, and he gets roasted. So, is what it is. Grade 8, maybe stop expecting Jamin to have plays, and maybe he will get plays. Could be. Khalif Raymond, unfortunately, going out of the game. All right, 3rd and 11. Montgomery in. You got 3 to the high, 1 to the low. Tesla is in an isolation package. Man, Giants are backing a whole lot of people off. Goff's going to check it down and dropped and intercepted by St. Brown. St. Brown dropped it, and it has been picked off.
Wow. So you've had some good drives offensively here in the 3rd quarter that stalled.
And I get there are going to be a whole lot of people that are blaming Goff on that pick too. But
wow.
I'm on St. Brown, though. I don't know what's happened to him, but something has happened to him this season. And, he's not looking good.
That's crazy. that hit him in the hands.
Yeah, I get what you were saying, man. Stuff. I got you, man. I got you. But to your point, Riley,
just brutal, man. I mean, he drops it. So the cost of, a drop there is obviously it takes points off the board, and it just you throw to your best receiver and you drop it and it's a pick. It's hard to get worse than that on that. So you've moved the ball, but you haven't gotten any points here this quarter. That's tough.
Time for Lovett. Let's we'll see what happens there, Gary. But yeah, right now, St. Brown, he's a coin flip. What he's going to give you? Is it going to be good or bad? But I'm around St. Brown, love him to death. But his season is not been great, especially this game. That's his third drop of the game.
It's bizarre.
So for those tracking at home, that's 3 drops for St. Brown. That's 2 for Jameson Williams. So I don't know. I don't know what you do, but yeah, you just took 3 potential points off the board. You never know if the field goal could be blocked or missed, but I'm assuming from that range it would be pretty good. And that could have tied the game. Now Lions defense, you got to do something. Yeah. Dip pass is killing us. Can one hit the ground? Would have been nice. Would have been nice. Let's see, James, what do you got? Just not used to seeing this from St. Brown. Yeah, it'd be one thing if it was one game, one pass. But think about it. Last week you saw some. This week you've seen some. This season we've seen some. Waste, Tesla, what a waste of a pick. Maybe in time, man. I always say receivers usually don't do much their rookie year. Sometimes they do, but that's pretty rare. Even Calvin Johnson and Herman Moore, we can probably all agree 2 of the best ever for the team, didn't do a ton their rookie year. Let's see, Waste, I'll go with that. Gary, St. Brown's wrist injured. Let him get healthy. Maybe that's what they need to do. Big Daz. Amara is dropping passes at an alarming rate for not dropping any last year. Agreed with that. James, that injury is clearly not better. That's at least 5 drops in 2 games. All right. Moving on to this one. Because all we can do is move on from that play.
Yeah, Cody talked about 0 lucky breaks for us, no fumbles or picks for a while now. That, like I said it earlier, maybe it was premature, but it does feel like you're going to need to get one back. Fumble or a pick, some turnover. And there's another stat, first interception since 2023 for Javon Holland.
There's a run play by the Giants. They're going to get about 6 yards on first down.
Man, that's tough. That is tough.
It is. They run a clear out against the zone, and that's a catchable ball. I mean, you just got to catch it. If you expect every throw to be picture perfect in the middle of your chest, you're not accurate. All right, they're saying 4 official drops by the Lions, 2 by St. Brown, 2 by Jameson Williams. All right, 2nd and 4 for the G-men. They're going to hand it off again. This time he's going to be shut down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to set up a 3rd and 4. If the Lions can somehow hold them here and get the ball back, man, that would be a massive plus as we have 1:30 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Daniel's asking that too. Do we only have 1 wide receiver? It kind of feels that way. It's just frustrating. And the replay of that, if you're not watching, St. Brown was wide open. Like, just bizarre.
I mean, it's frustrating as a fan, a coach, or anybody. I mean, if they think he's that hurt, then they do need to get him out. But not going to worry about that now. We're on defense. It is 3rd and 3, shotgun formation, 2 high, 2 low, running back low. Man in motion is going back forth, now back up top. Lions in man-to-man coverage. Clear out into a screen pass, beautifully designed, and he's got a first down, a whole lot more. Apparently nobody wants to guard Tracy from the Lions defense. That's the 2nd time he's been left entirely unaccounted for. How about that? Let's see if who's supposed to take him here. Man, yeah, he goes to blitz, leaves the running back open, and hey, give the Giants credit. They own the play.
Yeah, the right play call for the defense.
All right, first down for the Giants. They're at the 42-yard line. Winston in a shotgun, empty backfield. He takes the snap. He's rolling out to the high side. He's going to dish it off. He's going to get an easy 6 yards on first down. Not sure what's going on, but that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Lions, Giants, 20-17. No score in the third quarter. St. Brown have an injury to his left hand, maybe, but if he's so injured where he can't catch, he's got to come out of the game. I mean, I get he's got 100 yards basically receiving, but he can't have giveaways, man.
Yeah, you can't hurt the team because that's it's not fair to the other guys on the team. Why not have a JMO or Tesla? I don't know, anybody there. And the worst thing is too is you went to the Montgomery drive, which I was calling for, but then you had Gibbs on the sideline almost the whole drive, and you didn't end in points. That's not a winning recipe. So I don't know how many yards the Lions just got there in that quarter, but nothing to show for it. Not any points. And so still, you're only down 3. This can swing if you get a pick 6, if you get a fumble recovery, if you hold them to 3. But it doesn't feel like it. Just feels like we're waiting for a dead car to start. You're just hoping, you're turning the key, just please start, instead of expecting that it actually will.
Yeah, the only thing I can say, guys, is I get a lot of people say, "Well, man, they're skipping this game. They were thinking it." I doubt it. I really do. I don't think they were. They understand that if they lose 1 or 2 more games, they're out of the playoffs. But the other problem is, like we talked about all week, the other team does get paid to play, and the Giants are loaded with a head coach trying to prove he should be a head coach, the intern coach, and you've got whatever it is, 23, 25, 20, whatever it is, guys who are expiring contract free agents on the Giants. They are playing to get their next payday, their next contract with the Giants or somebody else. If you've never been involved in pro sports, let me tell you, it's a business, 100%. And all those guys, say like Jameson Williams, want to prove that you need to invest money into me. And that's why they're playing their butts off. And same with that coach. And I don't know his name, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's Mike Kafka or Kafka. Yeah, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Just a 500 team, but you know what? Doesn't matter, man. Think about the Buffalo Bills against the Miami Dolphins. Didn't matter the records. And that's I get too many fans, in my opinion, pay attention to records. They don't pay attention to whether or not they can actually play. You look at the Giants' record. How many games have they blown? Otherwise, they wouldn't be a 500 team. So that's just my opinion. Plus, the Lions have some weaknesses that play into the Giants' strengths. Maybe that's a good way to word it. I don't know. The way we're playing, we don't deserve the playoffs. Hey, I'll get it, man. James, it's is Ernest playing? I don't know who that is. So, bad mojo in the locker room, maybe, and culture dying in Detroit. Boy, maybe I don't think so, but you never know, man. Let's see. Come on, we got this. Get a stop here, and we're gonna feel a whole lot better about things. All right, it is second and about 3. We'll see what the Lions can do here. Defense, hey, after a rough first quarter, I think they've done okay, but they did give up what they gave up in the first quarter. And here's the snap, handoff, and he's going to lose about 2 yards. They're going to say 1 yard. And guess who? Roy Lopez. Now, Riley, correct me if I'm wrong. Lopez is going to be a free agent after the season, right?
I believe so. I think they got him over from Arizona just on a 1-year deal.
And guess what? So. This time of year, your 7 games going down the stretch.
Oh my gosh,
is it a coincidence Roy Lopez is starting to show up?
Dude, yeah, exactly. Right. There's reasons, but that's why you go get him. But that was an amazing play for him on that.
3rd and 4, shotgun formation, 2 low, 1 high. There's snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he's going to power forward for the first down.
Gosh, dang it, man. Just
Lions were playing the pass, and well, Giants ran over him.
Too easy.
Need a turnover, yeah. Even if we could hold them to just 3 points, that'd be great. Giants are chewing up the clock. They're chewing up the yards. They're doing what, they should do. Combined offense, 12 plays of 20-plus more yards.
It just seemed like defensively they didn't it just before that ball was snapped, it kind of looked like, if that's the set that the D-line is going to be set up in, then right up the middle, which is exactly what they did. Shotgun
handoff, pull play up the middle. He's got yards. He's got rooms. He's got a 9-yard gain on first down.
Man.
Lions defense is getting ran over here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, giving up far too many yards. Jeez, man. You're just going to have to hold them to 3 here.
2nd and 2. They're at the there's the handoff, and it's run up the middle of 1st down.
Too easy.
They are, I mean, I can only tell you what I think and what I see. I like the Giants' offensive line. I can see why they've been in a lot of games because it's a big, powerful unit. And Detroit's defensive line is not small, but you're allowing them to fire off into that line, and they're winning those battles right now. Lions need to make a play here.
Yeah, they're pushing us around.
1st and 10. There's the snap, and it's going to be a reverse. It's a throwback. He's under a little pressure. He's going to throw it down the field and completes it to Jamison Winston, who is out against Derek Barnes. Breaks the tackle. He's going to score a touchdown.
Wow. Wow.
Teams with nothing to lose, guess what? Can afford to take plays and make aggressive plays. Lions Den sleeping, maybe. Let's see. X, you know when to hold them, and they did. Done. All right. Let's see. 1 year, sure, whatever, but back-to-back years this of time of this, I'll go. I guess I don't understand, but let me know. Giving the game away now could be, or is the other team taking away? I mean, I guess you could say by giving the interception, you give it away, but I don't know. Playoffs possible? Anything's possible, my friend Jason. Anthony, missed tackle, skip, this team stinks. Okay. Can we tackle? Apparently not. Apparently Derek Barnes couldn't tackle a quarterback. So the season over? Well, good to know. Good to know. All right. We'll see what shakes out. Lions, though, going to be down 10 here in the 4th quarter.
That's unbelievable. I mean, that's like if I just said, hey, the Lions are down 3 in the 4th and defense not playing well, you're getting a St. Brown drop pass, turns into a pick, and then the Giants next drive, they run a trick play and Jameis gets a receiving touchdown. I said, like, okay, yeah, what? You just can't make it up.
I got a question. For all those that point out records, what's the matter? What does a record tell you about today? It tells you about the past. It doesn't tell you about that game. So, Nathan, I get your point, but the only thing I can say in coaching, I don't overlook anybody. Because I've seen way too many teams with, as you're pointing out, bad records win games. There's a reason why Mike Tyson loses to Buster Douglas. There's a reason why the undefeated New England Patriots lose to a team that barely made the playoffs in the New York Giants. I mean, you guys go through all history. I mean, records don't mean anything. Holly Holmes, a 500-1 underdog, gets knocked out or knocks out Ronda Rousey. It just, records don't mean anything, man. These are professionals. And if you toy around, you're going to get it. I get you're frustrated, man. I get all all Lions fans are frustrated. But sometimes other teams make plays. And that's why I was pointing out, Nathan, just so we're on the same page. You got an intern coach who's got nothing to lose. If he gets some wins, you know what? Maybe they hire him or somebody else does. You get all these pending free agents, you know what? All of a sudden, somebody might sign them. And to me, we talked about the morning show yesterday and today. This is a dangerous team to play, an incredibly dangerous team to play for those reasons. Same old Lions back, only if you're a loser and you say that. But if your opinion of what a same old Lion is, if you have to win the Super Bowl to not be same old Lions, then yes, the same old Lions are back. But, I mean, you have to come into your own devices what that means. Let's see, man, we stink. I'll go with that, I guess. Nathan, just frustrated. I get it, man. Totally. I think we all are. I am too, man. I want them to win every game, but we'll see. All right, let's see what the Lions do here. But they own the ground. Yes, frustrated. Raise your hand if you're not frustrated in the comment section. I don't care what the excuse is. Yeah, that's unfortunately, that's part of life, man. So, anyways, here's the kick. We got 12-16 to turn this thing around there, Riley. They're going to take it to the 10, 15. He's going to cut up to the 20. Now he's to 25 and brought down from behind at about the 31-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
Another first for the Giants today. That's Jameis Winston's first career reception. How about that?
Yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of frustrated people. And everybody in the comment section, I want you to know, I'm as frustrated as you. It's just I probably show it differently. Solid body shot. Ouch, that hurt. I'll go with that. Is Johnny Morton calling plays? We'll find out. But Derek Barnes, I mean, is what it is. They're showing the replay.
On the Lions. So it's I mean, game is not over, but this is feels like you kind of need a touchdown here.
Goff unloads a pass. St. Brown, he catches this one, gets out of bounds after about a 15-yard gain. 12 minutes to go in this one. The Lions need to push forward and quickly down the field. Game's not over. Southwest, I like the way you're thinking. Steve, why are no clocks being called? I don't understand what you mean by no clocks being called. Let me know. Ref flag only come out against Lions. Maybe. Let's see. Game not over. Yeah, okay. We'll call it up. Let's get back to it. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Lions play action. Nobody's biting on the play action. Dumps it off to Gibbs, who's going to go forward for about 5 yards and be gang tackled.
Yeah, the Giants give up the most points in the fourth quarter in the season. I mean, statistically, everything in this game is lined up. The Lions should be able to get this done, but
well, a lot of that is probably the 30 points they gave up to Denver. 1 quarter. All right, you gotta be quick here though. You can't spend a lot of time. You've got to give your defense an opportunity here as well. Goff under center. You're at the 49-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get a hole. He's got a first down. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to break another tackle. He's going to break another tackle. He's going to keep running. He's going to go into the end zone for the Detroit Lions. Touchdown.
For real. Wow. Okay. Okay.
All the people that just said moments ago the season's over, they were leaving the building. You may want to just like that. Come on back. You're going to be down 3 points, assuming the PAT is made.
So, not that you close the door on Montgomery at all, but as I've been calling for more Montgomery, I guess that's why you have it to Gibbs. My goodness. Now, defense, we need you.
The defense needs to play. They're getting off, going on the rails on the crazy train here. And there's the kick. It's up there. It's in there. And just like that, the Detroit Lions find themselves down 27-24.
Gibbs stopped and just walked into the end zone. I mean, come on, guys. You can't lose this game.
Yeah, I mean, can't teach that. No, I tried to teach a couple things. Speed and height. Let me tell you, I ain't got either.
Haven't figured it out yet.
Come up with that one. All right,
yeah.
Gibbs. Yeah. So, I mean, again, I don't try to come at anybody. I just try to say, don't ever look at records. It's the worst thing you can do as a fan, let alone a coach. If you find players doing it, you know what? Cut them. Get them off the team. They're not the players you want. If you pay attention to a team's record versus whether or not they can or can't play, I've coached forever, so I always try to say, hey, this has happened, that happened. I can remember one of my first head coaching assignments in the second quarter of a game. We were down to the number 10 team in the state of Michigan back in the day, and we were down something stupid like 27-3, and like 5 minutes to go until halftime. We came back to win by 20. So,
jeez,
and we weren't even 500. We were facing an undefeated state-ranked team, and we were something stupid like 2-5 on the year. And obviously, everybody 5 minutes before halftime said, "Man, you guys are gonna get murdered." Well, not so fast.
See, so what happened?
2 sacks. How about 1 pick 6 or fumble 7? And go Purdue, make a fumble 8. Let's see. Exalted. What do you got? Boy, football is such an insane sport. It is indeed. Really is. Realest guy in the room. How you doing? We'll find out how we're doing. Let's see, Cynthia. Where would we be without Gibbs? Somebody else would have to be doing those scores. Let's see, Southwest. Gibbs best in the NFL. You probably make a statement for it. Jason, season-defining 11 minutes coming up. Let's hope it's more like 10 minutes because there's like 10 minutes and 20 seconds. We don't want to give them any extra time. Let's see, Nathan. I just said a prayer and Gibbs scored. Praying for everything. Have another delicious Mountain Dew, Nathan, because that might be the key to this game. Little Island boy, I love Monty, but Gibbs is him this game. Let's get that lead 100%. When all else falls, pray. I like you go. I like what you're doing there. Don't ever do blade ice. Woo! Again, dance boy. Okay, we'll go with that. Remember what you got to do when the Lions Mania runs wild on you, brother? We'll find out. Jeff, keep on praying, brother. Yeah, it's working, man. Pray for some defensive stops here. Egon, if only we could find something negative to say about Gibbs. You know what? Maybe he's got split ends in his hair. I don't know. That's about it. That's all I got on him.
That's just what the doctor ordered, man. A quick drive there for a touchdown. Now, again, it's you're asking defense to make a stop here.
Yes, indeed. And there's the kick. It's up there. It's going to be received in the end zone. He's not going to bring this one out. He's going to take a knee.
Okay, now is the time.
Gibbs stiffs arms one defensive back. They're showing the replay. Outruns another. Then breaks free of another, then stiff arms another. And you know what? It's hard to say he shouldn't be in the game more. But all right, let's get this one. It's all about the defense here for the Lions. The Ford Field faithful are jumping up and down. They are back into this one with 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Jason, I stand corrected. You said 11. You're pretty dang close. I formation, tight formation, one high, one low receiver. Winston. He's not going to play it safe. He's going to roll out of the pocket on the play action pass. He's going to dump it down. Is it intercepted by the Detroit Lions? How about that?
Thank you. That is what we needed. Come on.
Somebody give me a Ric Flair.
Woo! Woo! Let's go. What we needed.
And for copyright purposes, I cannot confirm nor deny that is actually Ric Flair.
Yeah. Okay. Who got that? Harper?
To be honest, I didn't catch it.
Dude, that is what we needed now.
Number 12. And that ball, yes, it does not hit the ground. He doesn't get it free. It is Harper, number 12. Boom.
Jameis.
Just what the doctor ordered me, Gene Okerlund.
Threw us a gift there as he.
All right, Lions at the 45. They probably got to go about 10 yards to get a field goal, maybe a little less. They're going to pitch it out to Gibson. Why wouldn't you? He's shaking and baking. Not going to get much, but he's going to get about a yard. And the Lions ran over somebody. He's hurt out of bounds.
Man, we needed that.
Khalif Raymond is out with an ankle. Hopefully he's got another one, too. Just says ankle out.
So
10 minutes, 20 seconds of ticking, 2nd and 8.
What a play.
Sorry about that, bus driver, Brent. All right, Gibbs still back there. Strong formation. The Lions are going to motion St. Brown low to the low side. Giants showing zone coverage, and they're going to play action pass. He's got a little bit of time. He's going to unload it into the dirt. Miscommunication on routes there. Goff threw an out. Looked like St. Brown ran a streak. So that is going to be 3rd and 8 now. 54 straight wins after a loss. In games after a loss since week 8, 2022, 9-0. Lions trying to keep that streak alive on 3rd and 8. It's too bad they had guys open, Riley, on that last one. Just miscommunication on who's going where.
Brutal, because you want to at least get in field goal range on that.
There's the snap. Goff is going to unload it and dropped by Jamison Williams. Would have been a first down. Instead, it is 4th and 8. What you going to do, Lions?
Wow.
Lions, man, Jamison Williams. 3 drops today, 2 for St. Brown.
Oh, my gosh. Man, he should have had that.
Hit him in the chest.
So what's the call here?
They're going to give a punt here on 4th and 8. Dan Campbell not going for it on 4th downs today. He's going to field it at about the 8-yard line.
Wow. That was a quick drive. Jameson, you got to catch that, man.
It's unfortunate. Jameson Williams, he may not have hands like glue.
So pin him in the 10 again. Oh, that is so frustrating. That starting field position after a pick, that was huge. And the Bears take a lead. They're up 10 in Chicago. Dang. Tough sequence there. See if we can get another one.
All right, 1st and 10. Their Giants are inside the 10. Lions defense got them backed up here. Let's see, can they get one more stop? Strong formation, 2 tight ends low, 1 receiver high, 1 running back behind. Tight end in motion to the high side. They're going to run a pull play. He's got about 4, maybe a bit more yards. Maybe 4.5. They're going to give him 4 and 2nd and 6 for the G-men. Yeah, to your point, Chuck, I don't know how you can blame the quarterback for the drops. I mean, that did literally hit Jameson in the chest. I know you're not blaming him. I'm just saying Lions receiving core is going to have to answer some tough questions after this game, but hopefully it'll be answering them after a win. All right, another strong formation, switching the receiver to the high side for the G-men, 1 running back behind, 2 tight ends in, and they should have a delay of game penalty. Unless they call there is a flag on the field. Delay of game, it won't back them up all the way into the end zone, but hey, it's going to be 2nd and 11. 9 minutes to go. Lions, can they make one more stop and get a score?
Yeah, this is
drama in Ford Field for sure.
Yeah. Just need it. Need this so bad, man.
Winston in the shotgun. Ford Field faithful is alive. 1 high, 2 low receivers. They're going to hand it off, and he's going to get maybe half a yard. Or they're saying there's a fumble. Is there? No official word yet. I'm assuming not, but what do I know? And it looks like the Giants still have it. All right, it's going to be 3rd and about 10, maybe 11, depending on who's diagnosing. Lions got to get to Winston. When given time, he has diced up this Lions defense. As Jason said, season-defining 11 minutes. The Lions just got a turnover, couldn't do anything with it, but now it is 3rd and 10, deep into the Giants area. Side of the field, whatever you want to say. Detroit side of the field, actually. Jack Campbell making a check to the defense. He's changing it. Lions showing man-to-man. You got 3 guys in the backfield for the Giants giving time. Hutchinson in some pressure. Winston hit as he throws. He's got a wide open guy for a completion and a first down.
Unbelievable, man. Oh, my gosh.
30 yards on 3rd and 10. It's DJ Reed in one-on-one, his first game back.
Oh, my gosh. You just can't make it up, man.
No, you cannot.
3rd down, and he's hit. And it's just a rainbow. What is happening?
7.5 minutes to go. Here's the run outside. And they're going to give him about 4 yards on that one. Paul, if you think the season's over, why are you watching them? I don't know. That'd be my question.
I mean, especially right there, if they'd stopped him and get the ball back, all you got to do is win today, and then you at least feel like you're still there. But
2nd and 6. Lions need to stop in the worst way possible here. I didn't hear no bell, me neither, man. Lions have to get the ball back, though.
Look like Tylee.
Now under 7 minutes to go. They're at the 42-yard line. Play action pass. Winston hits as he throws it in the dirt. If it's they're saying incomplete. Boy, I'd be showing the replay on that one. Lions did recover it, but see the replay. Is the arm going? It is. It is going forward. So it is an incomplete pass. Hutchinson delivers the hit, but yes, the arm is going forward. Game of inches. Almost a Lions turnover. Let's go Lions 3rd and I don't remember, 6?
Yep. Oh, it was so close, man.
Shotgun, there's the snap. He's got it. Blitz is coming. He throws it out to the sideline and incomplete. There is a flag for late hit on Jameson Winston. It's against Brian Branch, I believe.
Wow. So you get the stop and then the late hit.
Let's see. They're talking about it.
It's like they just are.
Might be picking up the flag. I don't know. If you got to take this long to talk about it, is it really a penalty?
Yeah, you would think if it was clear.
They're calling it against Detroit. Pass interference against Detroit.
My goodness.
Branch against Johnson, I guess. Boy, that's nothing. That is nothing. For the second straight week, the contact that is not a penalty against Detroit is a penalty for the other team. All right, here's the handoff here. He's got a hole. He's going to go down after a 3-yard gain. Well,
jeez, man.
Inconceivable indeed. A phantom call on 3rd down, I would agree. I would agree indeed. Dang rough, yeah. Zebra's out again. You know, the NFL's got something to do here because, you know, you can't keep having games decided on BS calls.
Yeah. On 3rd down, too. Like,
here's a handoff run. He's going to get a 1st down. Flag is thrown, though, on the play, hopefully against the Giants. If it's holding, and it is, against the G-Men.
what, 2nd and 12?
All right, well, Sean, they misedit. Wait, the ref saved the day. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what the Lions can do here. And now Winston in a different situation on 2nd and long. Lions showing 2 high safeties. There's the snap. There looks to be a hold on. He throws in the dirt, but looked like a hold on Ali McNeil, who again was playing end. 3rd and 17, 5.5 minutes to go. If I'm the Lions, you can't give Winston time.
Yeah, and this has to be, you have to get the ball back. 3rd and 17.
All right. This may be the game. 3rd and 17, 5 minutes, 36 seconds left. Lions down 3 with an opportunity to get the ball back here. Empty backfield, 2 high, 3 low for the G-Men. There's the snap. He drops back. He's got time, a clean pocket. Now he gets hit. He breaks a sack. Multiple Lions on the play. Throws it deep downfield to a wide open guy.
Are you kidding me?
Lions had 2 guys hit him. Neither one could bring him down, apparently.
Wow, man. This is, it's like, wow. Wow. 3rd and 17. So a 3rd down, you've given up a rainbow 30-yard pass. You've gotten a pass interference. You hit him twice, still let him roll out.
And there's the handoff, a run up the middle. He's going to break it outside. He's going to get about a 3-yard gain on 1st down.
My goodness, man. And so Yeah, if they get a touchdown here, it's probably the game. You get a
10 catches for the Giants of 20 or more yards. Most since
unbelievable.
1991.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough, man. That's
It is what it is. You still have an opportunity. You got to hold them to 3 and then win it on a touchdown. It is 2nd and 7. I formation, split eye, delayed eye. Here's the run. And he's going to get a big hole, and he's got a first down at about the 4-yard line. Lions defense had every opportunity to get him back into this game, and unfortunately, they haven't done so well.
yeah, that's
Lions defense, total yards. We'll just say 500 for the Giants, 400 for the Lions. 4 yards from pay dirt are the Giants. Lions need a stand up, get a stop any way they can here. 3.5 minutes to go. Here's the handoff up the middle. He's going to get a yard, maybe 2. We're going to say 2nd and 3.
I just can't believe they've given up this many yards today. Crazy.
Lions came in this game not allowing a 300-yard passer, 300-yard rusher. That has all changed this game. Jason, yeah, they just took their first one.
Yeah, you're hoping to get the chance that you didn't get against Philadelphia, where get the ball back, chance to go potentially win it with a touchdown if you can hold them to 3. But obviously, if New York finds the end zone here, it's game.
All right. Can the Lions come up with a stop here? 2nd and goal. They're about 2.5 yards away. Play action pass. Incomplete. 3rd down. Saves a timeout for the Lions.
9 minutes of possession for the Giants this quarter to the Lions 2. And that's just ooh, Jameis, he had a guy wide open. Okay,
Here we go. 3rd and goal. If I'm the Lions, I hate saying it, but you got to sell out against the run, which unfortunately is going to give a whole lot on the play action. Let's see what they do here. 3:07 to go. They got an extra blocker. They got him trapped in the backfield. They're going to bring him down. For all those who said it's hopeless, you know what? Not so fast. The Lions hold him to a field goal. You're going to have, we'll say, 3 minutes and 1 timeout plus a 2-minute warning to go win this game.
Got a shot.
What do the Giants do? Do they go for it or do they kick the field goal?
You almost wouldn't be surprised if they went for it, just following suit for what they've done all game, just play for cut it loose, but also
4th and goal. Looks like I think they're going to go for it.
they're going for it. Yeah, they're going for it.
And to be fair, trying to be non-biased here, if I'm the Giants, I would.
Why not?
I would. Yeah.
You've been doing it all game, and you know a touchdown here ends it. And if you take a field goal, the Lions are still, PAT would win it. This is the right call for the Giants.
All right, here we go. 3 minutes ago, 2:59 is the official time left in this one. 4th and goal for the G-men. Lions facing a shotgun. Quads to the low, 1 high. Winston takes the snap. He's under some pressure. He throws into the end zone and tipped away. Knocked away. Incomplete pass. Rock. Yeah. Sing. Keeps it out of the hands. And just like that, the Lions have an opportunity to go down the field and win it.
You will look back on this season. If you don't go capitalize and win this, you will look back on this season at this moment and say, that's when you should have done it. Everything that's gone wrong for the Lions in this game, you get a pick, you don't do anything. You've had 2 minutes of possession this quarter. How many drop passes you've had, your best receiver dropped one that turned into all of that's can be undone if you just go win this game right now. Right now, you have the season's on the line, it feels like, because the Bears are going to win today, it looks.
Well, man, thanks. That comment didn't age too well, did it? Hey, thankfully, we can all laugh about it and say, hey, the Lions, they stopped them. All right, Goff, Lions, they got to go a long way, though. But they do have the 2-minute warning and 1 timeout. Shotgun formation, 2 low, 1 high. Goff drops back. He's taking it. He's going to drop it off to Brock Wright, who's going to get it out of bounds about the, we'll say roughly 10-yard line. 2:50 to go.
21 career game-winning drives in fourth quarter or overtime for Jared Goff. 22 would be perfect right now. Long field to go.
All right. For those scoreboard watching, Steelers have got the ball. They're down 3 with 3:18 to go. But we're focused on this one. 2nd and 6. Mean Gene Oakland. Throw to be wrong? I agree. I'm thankful that you are, my friend. All right. Let's see, Cody. At least the Giants are pretty good at blowing games. Let's hope they blow one more, my friend.
Why? I respect that the Giants went for that right there, because you don't gain much by just going up 6, because the Lions get a touchdown and
still win it. Yeah. Oh, but I get that. Well, only a touchdown and an extra point would beat you. Well, I get it, man. But again, these guys, especially the head coach, he's playing for an opportunity to make a name for himself.
If they scored a touchdown there, this game is effectively over. So I respect the guts to go for it. But now got to make him pay.
100%. All right. Let's see what we can do here. You got the 2-minute warning. You got 1 timeout. You got 2:50 on the clock. Shotgun. 2 to the high, 1 to the low, running back to the low side 2. Goff checking, making a line adjustment. Zone coverage from the G-men. They're bringing the heat. He's under heat. He scrambles out of the pocket. Goff's running. There's going to be a holding call on the play. It's coming back. Goff ran, showed his crazy legs, but there is a hold on the play. Half the distance to the gold.
Gosh, dang it, man. Coming back.
Boy, I'm not going to lie. That's not much of a hold. All right, 2nd and 11. Take 5 away from the Lions. You get the down back, though. They're at the 5-yard line. They're showing 4 men going. The G-men are going to drop 7 into zone coverage. Lions going to have to work underneath. He drops back. He throws it. He does get it to Gibbs, who hits the reverse, gets upfield, and a first down, Detroit. Lions are going to want to go hurry-up mode here.
Clutch.
Try to get 1, maybe 2 more plays before the 2-minute warning. You need 3 to tie. Your touchdown wins, well, more than likely wins the game.
Oh, that's a good move. It's awesome, man. Okay, let's go.
2:15 and ticking. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Shotgun. There's the snap. Goff has it. He's facing the blitz. Rolls out of the pocket and throws it in the dirt. Gets away. 2:07. 2:07. 2nd and 10. They brought the delayed blitz. Goff did scramble out of the pocket and threw it away.
Yeah, this is it would be awfully agonizing for the times that the Giants, for all the leads that they've given up and poor play they've had in the fourth quarter.
2 low, 2 high, shotgun, running back low side. There's the snap. Goff has it. He unloads it. St. Brown catches it. He's going to fight forward for about 8, maybe 9 yards, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll have to fix the clock as it shows 1:59. All right, I will be right back.
All right, so as Coach Dan's taking a quick break here, I'm processing these thoughts and these emotions here. Love that St. Brown held on to that one. Has literally 4 guys around him to try to stop him here. So 2 minutes. Again, I always look at these through these lens. If I just told you when you woke up this morning, hey, man, 3rd and 2, 2-minute warning. Lions are down 3, but they've got the ball. Chance to go, hopefully win the game, at very least tie it. As ugly as the game has been and as much cause for concern as there is, and will be even if Lions win this game, there's some real cause for concern on this team. You just hope for these positions. You hope to be in these spots where you can just say, yeah, want the ball, chance to go win. How many times have we seen that over the years? This would be a perfect time to go get it. Trim Reaper says, St. Brown game winner. Speak it into existence. Love it. Cody, this game's making me sick. Glad I have a good heart. I'm right there with you. I'm sitting here trying to process this. I can't even wrap my head around losing this game. I didn't give it enough thought. Not that I took the Giants lightly. I wouldn't say I didn't feel like I did, but I thought that the Lions could come out and possibly blow them out, and then still not, necessarily feel like you've learned a ton about the team. Everything that we had, all the concerns we had coming into the day are still there. But just go win this game, no matter what. Bo Booth says, no matter what happens, I won't lose faith. Jeff Scott killing my cancer cells. Let's see. Bo Booth says, I'm also losing my phone. I can't even watch the game. Whatever's happening, can't see. Glad that you're here, tuned in with me and Coach Dan. Big shot right here for the Lions.
Well, big opportunity. I mean, the defense needed to do what it needed to do. I get it. This has not been a perfect game for the Lions, but you know what? Opportunity knocks. We've got 2 minutes to go and a timeout. Lions, can they tie it? Can they go ahead and win it? I would rather have the win than the tie. I wouldn't want it going to overtime, but they don't ask me. All right, while we're in commercial, I'm going to set up a couple things here. All right, sorry about that. Here we go, coming back after the commercial. I mean, everybody watching this knew this was going to be a close game, right? Hey, here we go. That's part of the beauty of sports. You just never know. All right. Let's see what we get here. If we win, there will be a post-game show. If we'll lose, there will be a post-game show. Let's see what shakes out.
Just for the sake of myself, for all of us, knowing what
There's the run. There's a first down for the Detroit Lions. Gibbs gets it. Gets about a 2.5 yard gain.
Smart. Just give it to him. Let's go win this game. Come on, guys. Come on.
There's the snap. Goff has it again. He checks it down, throws to St. Brown, splits the seams of the zone, gets about 8 yards. Lions in hurry-up mode. 138 and ticking. 133 and going. Lions got to get going here. They've got a long ways to go, and it's short time to get there. There's another snap, delayed blitz. He's going to unload it. He gets it. St. Brown catches it. They're at the, we'll say, 46. He's showing signs on the first down. He's going to spike it, and he does spike it.
Let's go.
So 1:12 to go. It's going to be 2nd and 10, and we'll say he's at the 46, 47-yard line.
Oh, yeah. We only had one timeout. I thought that's an expensive.
St. Brown, 9 receptions, 149 yards, plus a score. Can they do this? Can they pull it off? Giants are going to probably, from what we're seeing so far, they're going to rely on that front four to get home, and they're going to drop 7 into coverage all day, zone coverage. Just force the Lions to nickel and dime them down the field. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. What's going on here? 4, 3, 2. It's going to be a delay of game.
That's unbelievable. How do you spike the ball, burn it down, and then not? It's weird, man. What is happening?
That's on your offensive coordinator, which is your head coach.
Yeah. Unbelievable, man.
Well, if not now, you're giving the offense a real good long time to rest here. Trying to be positive here. I'm not sure what happened there, but way to burn a down and a timeout.
Yeah, that's...
All right, shotgun trips the low, 1 to the high. Out of timeouts now. Goff unloads it. He's got Gibbs as a receiver. He's going to get a first down, and they're going to really have to go down. They're on the edge of field goal range here. and they do not have a timeout now. Flag on the play. Let's see what happens here. I didn't see it. Delay a game on the Giants for tapping the ball away from Gibbs. So that will stop the clock and give the Lions yards. So
Yeah, we'll take it.
I guess you could say you just use your timeout.
Yep, exactly. Yep. My gosh, man.
Stupid move by him. But, hey, we'll take it. And thankfully, one of the officials seen it because the other one had his back turned to him. 58 seconds to go. Lions are now in field goal range. They are 36 yards away from pay dirt. Goff takes a snap. He unloads it, and to a diving Tesla, Goff hit as he throws, just a bit outside, incomplete. 2nd and 10. 54 seconds to go.
With the way that the Giants are playing this, how risky do you want to go for the shot? But
Goff just took a hand of the helmet. That should be a penalty. Not today.
Yeah, it's looked like he did get hit.
Second and 5 now. 54 seconds to go. Shotgun again. Giants bringing the heat. Unloads it to Gibbs, who's going to be tackled in the backfield for about a 7-yard loss.
Jeez. My God.
Apparently, John Morton has influenced Dan Campbell into throwing the screen passes left and right. 40 seconds. 3rd and 10 now. Got to get a first down. Goff's got time. He unloads it and incomplete. Looking for a flag. No flag. 4th and 10. Dan Campbell is not an offensive coordinator, in my opinion. I'm not trying to be negative here, but the inexcusable spiking the ball and then having to burn a timeout, throwing back-to-back basically passes running back. Well, they're going to go for the tie here. Jake Bates, can you do us a solid and force it into overtime? 59-yard attempt for the game. The kick is up there. It's out there. It's no good. It is good. It is good.
Are you serious?
I thought it was going to hook out.
Oh, my gosh.
We got a tie ball game. Let's go, Jake. Hey, how about that? 28 seconds to go, and we've got a tie game here in Motown. Woo!
That I see why, now that I saw the kick, why you thought it looked like it was going to go far right, and somehow it cuts.
It knuckled.
So 28 seconds.
Back.
Now that's time, and the Giants have 3 timeouts.
He just tied Matt Prater's franchise record.
That looked like it was wide right, and wow.
Now, to be fair though, they've got 28 seconds and 3 timeouts. Lions fans, everybody said the game was over about a quarter ago. Are you still feeling that way?
Okay, you just got to get this to overtime now, and
28 seconds. Special teams comes through with a big kick there, and there's the kick. It's up there. It's out there. It's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's at the 15, the 20, 25, 30, and he's going to be brought down about the 31.5-yard line. 24 seconds to go. 3 timeouts.
This is insane. So it is. We'll take that time. So 27 with 24 seconds left. No pass interference. No garbage calls.
24 seconds to go. Here we go. Shotgun formation. 2 high, 2 low. Running back to his low side. Lions showing man across the board. And there's the snap. They chip block and take down Hutchinson. No call. Tip almost intercepted by Amik Robinson. He got one hand on it. Couldn't bring it in.
Could you imagine? Oh, come
And
on,
apologies,
Detroit.
Lions did get out of the man and into zone coverage there.
Come
They
on.
lined up and man dropped into zone. Confused me, confused Jameson Williams.
Oh, dude, if Amik caught that would have been the play of the year. Oh my goodness, dude.
18 seconds to go. Lions are definitely going to probably play some passive defense here, try to keep it all in front of them. Make it very difficult on them.
Jeez, what a play from Amik. And if he caught it, that's legend.
Hutchinson in pursuit, delayed blitz from Amik Robinson, one-on-one to the outside and incomplete. 13 seconds to go. Flag on the play.
I hate.
Legal hands to the face on the G-men.
I love it. Oh, come on. Jeez, Amik was shot out of a missile there. Yeah, I would expect that the Giants just.
2nd and 20 now. 13 seconds to go. If I'm the Detroit Lions, man, I am just dropping everybody other than rushing 3.
Yep. Rush.
You got to throw, and they're just going to do. They're just going to take a knee.
Okay.
Giants are going to play for the overtime. Lions left for dead. Guess what? We've got extra time coming our way.
Unbelievable. What a from the moment of the call that the field goal was no good. Again, I saw it like 5 seconds after. It didn't look good, and then it swung in, the emotional swing of this game.
Bears won by 3 for those paying attention. They survived the Steelers 31-28, Packers 23, Vikings 6. And the Lions, that's all that matters right now. You control your own fate. You got to win here. And left for dead. So many people in the comment section saying the season's over. Who knows what will happen in this game? But a lot of those Lions fans, I don't see you in the comment section anymore chiming in.
Yeah. So
let's go, baby. OT indeed. Yeah. The only thing I can say, and hey, some of you, I understand you feel better saying, hey, it's all over, never going to win. It's the worst thing ever. All I can say is, man, you will never win in life or pull off an upset or make a comeback if you quit.
Yeah, you can't. And I said this too, Coach, when you took a break a second ago, was even if the Lions win this game, there's concerns from this game that they'll still be there. Of course they will. And interesting that Wilson's the captain and he's going out at midfield, Russell Wilson, for this coin toss. But you just need to win. You need to win and set yourself up for a spot Thursday against Green Bay. Start getting some mojo back.
So what I'll say is, I just don't quit in anything. I don't ever walk into any situation in life saying I'm not not going to win, not going to got no chance. This is not me, man. And anybody who does do that, then you're right. If you think you can't win, if you think a team can't do it, you're probably right, man. You're going to get out of it what you put into it is what I'd say. So that's just me. A lot of people, not even a quarter to go in this Lions game in the fourth quarter, was saying, hey, the Lions are going to lose. Season's over. I'll go with this, man. It's overtime. The first year the Bucs won it with Tom Brady, or the year the Bucs won it with Tom Brady, remember, they made it in as a wild card. You think about the year the New England Patriots were undefeated. Giants made it in as a wild card. Yeah. Both teams obviously won the Super Bowl. You see that more and more. I remember the Denver Broncos winning it as a wild card team. I don't know if the Lions are going to win today, but I'm not going to root against them. Hey, how about that? Chuck, KC going into OT2. It is. I'll have to check on that. Agreed. Dan, hey, sometimes I say something agreeable. Dave, what do you got? I remember playing ping pong, being down 20-5, playing at 21. And I think I was going to come back and win. I never did, but I always made it interesting. There you go. D, we got 11-6. We might sneak in the playoffs as long as we get in. Hey, as long as you get in, you got a chance. D, Monty looks hungry. Exclamation point, feed him. We'll see if they do. David, one good drive. Let's go, Lions. Hey, we got, I don't know if, did anybody catch? I wasn't even paying attention. Who gets the ball?
I think the Giants do. All
right, you're going to need to stop. So let's see. Jason, season-defining game. Glass is half full. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. Let's see. Reality Mike, this is probably a stupid question, but how much time do we get in overtime? I want to see. It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yep.
Let's see. Bill, I'm not playing. The Lions have to beat the Giants and the refs and the NFL. Good luck. Hey, all we need is a little bit of chance, right? Bo, we have a chance. All you can ask for. Mark, hi, Dan, exclamation point. Enjoying your brand of optimism. Hey, man, I got a lot of it, man. I remember one time jumping out of an airplane, and what do you want to call it? The instructor said, "Hey, if it doesn't open, you got 12 seconds to complain." I said, "So you're saying I won't have to complain for long if it doesn't open?" Look at the bright side, right? Pierce James signaled which way to kick. There you go. The Trim Reaper, I need to refill my glass. Be right back. Have a good glass, my friend. I thought we got the ball. We'll find out, man. To be honest, I was rambling too much. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, my TV's on mute. I couldn't see. I guess my reasoning for that was it looked like Wilson was pointing, but I guess the direction that they wanted to go. But hopefully we have the ball and then just go get a touchdown.
We are getting the ball. We are getting the ball. 2 timeouts per team. Giants going to kick off. So just return it all the way.
That would be awesome. For everything, this is the leash that you hope for. This is the chance. We've been saying it in the comments. It's all you can ask for is a shot here. I know good friend Jack Rumsey's unable to watch. He's at work, but he's tuned in listening. So we want to give a celebratory reaction here. Come on, Detroit.
All right. By the way, Duker, let me know what you think of the showing the streamer for the comments. Hopefully you guys like it. All right, Lions got the ball. Goff under center. Tight formation. Tight end, 2 receivers to the high side, 1 receiver to the low side, and they're going to hand it off to Gibbs. Gibbs got a hole. He's got a big hole. He could go all the way. They're not going to catch him. First play. Touchdown.
What? For reals.
How about that? Now, remember, the Giants do get a chance to tie. They do get a chance to tie. This is not the old rules.
Dude, I thought it. I was thinking it was because I was thinking of Montgomery against the Rams, but that was right at the end of the game. So that's right. They do get a shot. Holy crap.
But the Lions defense, can you get them off the field? They're going to have to go for it on 4 downs. To a certain extent, me just being a coach here, that's an advantage for the G-men. You know that you got 4 downs to go for it, so you know what? You only really got to get 2.5 yards a gain per play. I don't know if they look at it that way, but that's how I'd be looking at it. You were right about staying positive. Hey, I am Captain Positive Pete, even though my name's Dan. Woo, says Cynthia. Let's see, Cody, what is this game? Hey, it's a great game. Game's over? I hope so. All right, there will be, assuming we win, there will be a post-game show, so I better actually work at the thumbnail. I better put Gibbs into that. Let's see.
This is
a heck of a game.
I got to pull this up while Coach starts working on that. Just as Gibbs, 83 yards on the ground. Is that updated? I guess it is. But this is, man, thank goodness. No. That's 219 yards on the ground for Jahmyr Gibbs. 15 carries, 219, 2 touchdowns. You don't have a reception for JMO or Tesla, but this has been Gibbs today. And
say what you want. The Lions left for dead by some of the faithful and the Duke crew. Shame on you. But once again, the Lions are back on the attack. They scored the touchdown on 1 play. Now, can they go ahead and get a stop? Because really, that's what this game is going to come down to. Get a stop here.
If the Giants were to go get a touchdown, we all know they're going to go for 2 just to try to win it. Let's not even get to that point, though. Let's just...
He's at the 5. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25. He's going to go down into a wall of Lions at the 30-yard line.
This game, man. You just can't make it up. You can't make this up. Winston getting a receiving touchdown, that field goal, first play, Gibbs touchdown.
Lions faithful are loud and proud. They're back on the attack. Let's see what the Lions D can do. Tight formation, splits, 1 high, 1 low, one running back behind. It's play action pass. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw it up there, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. Brian Branch knocks it away.
There we go. Come on. For the Giants have been playing with house money all day, but this is where they got to feel like, man, this always happens to us. And everything that they've had happen for them today, this is just.
Giants tight end coming off the field. I think that's Slayton. You're not 100% sure. Trying to do double duty here, getting the thumbnail ready while trying to watch and call the game. Hey, no problems here. All right, 2nd and 10. Mean Gene Oakland, what are you going to do?
Here we go. Yep.
2 low plus a tight end, 1 running back low. Winston in a shotgun. Hutchinson makes a line adjustment. They're going to hand it off. He's trying to get outside. Lions get to him at the line, and Anzalone drags him down. No gain.
There we go. 2 more.
When we win, I hope all of you will join us in the post-game show, and it's going to be a phenomenal one. What a comeback attempt by the Lions to now have the lead.
Just crazy. Just crazy, man. Here we go.
All right. 3rd and 10. Shotgun 3 low, 1 high. Running back high side. Waiting for it. Here's the snap. Lions drop out of a blitz. Hutchinson a little pressure. It's incomplete. Oh! Bounce and ricochets off of Meek Robinson's hands. What a way to end the game that would have been. But now it is 4th and 10. Let's hear you, Duke Crew. Shout it out. Shout it out loud.
This has to be the loudest Ford Field has been this year. Oh, it was right in his hands for Robertson. All right, 4th down. End the game right now.
All right. Is there a timeout? Giants maybe looking for a timeout?
They're rolling it. I think. We got.
Doesn't look like it. Here we go. Empty backfield. 2 high, 3 low. Here's your game. Lions and man. Here comes the rush. He flushes him out of the pocket. He's got room to run. There's a flag on the play. God. And Winston does pick up the 1st down on the run, but there is a flag on the play.
That'd be awesome. Just be on the Giants, decline it, head home.
All sides on the defense.
Dang it. Dang it, man. You just 1 stop.
1st down for them after the run by Winston.
And he gets it on the ground. Jeez. Jeez, man. I'm speechless.
All right, fresh set of downs for the Giants, unfortunately. They're at the 40-yard line, roughly. Lions now lead in total yards, by the way, 41-yard line. Strong formation, play action pass. He's under some pressure. He's throwing it up there deep downfield, and is it complete? Is it incomplete? I don't know. They're going to say complete. 1st down, Giants. Meek Robinson in coverage.
Oh, my gosh. Almost, 1,000 yards in this game.
That's a good call.
He just.
1st and 10.
Wow. The game's right there for you, Detroit. Come on.
It is. Just got to get the stop that they need. Winston now hands it off. He's got an edge on the outside. Singletary's going to get about 4, maybe 5 yards. Giants did a good job setting the edge. It is 2nd and 5.
This is crazy, man. This I just saw it yesterday, too, with the college team I like, the Utah Utes. Is just, what a game. What a sport. Come on. Get it. One more stop. One more stop, Detroit. What do we got? 2nd and 5.
And here we go. Giants strong formation. Lions crowding the line. 1 running back behind, 2 tight ends. Going to hand it off again. He's going to get up the middle. He's going to go down, 3rd down, but about a 3rd and 2.
508 yards to 494. It's a Jameis Winston game, man. Quarterback's offense is to 500 yards. Hopefully, just not a win today. What do we got? 3rd and 2? Yep.
3rd and 2. He's got 2 downs to get it. They have 2 downs to get it, I should say.
Come on, Duke Crew. Come on, Detroit. Let's go. You just need this win. Get out of here. Come back. You're going to feel confident you're not giving up 500 on Thanksgiving.
The play clock's at 0. There should be a delay of game.
Would be nice.
They got a timeout just in time, I believe.
I mean, they're pretty well, given that this guy's an interim as well, like, they're pretty well coached. They've
6:31 to go. Man, that would have been nice. They could have got the delay of game.
Huge. Would have been huge. All right, 3rd and 2. What do we got, guys? We know I don't even want to have it come down to it, but if they do score, they're going to go for the win. We know that.
Yeah, the Giants are going to go for it on any 4th down. They're going to try to win it.
This is
offense, 1,004 yards combined today. Both defenses probably not going to enjoy that film study, but you know what? We still got a game to go. Here we go. 3rd and 2. There's the play action. He's rolling out. He drops it off. He gets the 1st down and out of bounds.
Gosh, man.
Tracy, once again, getting the catch and making the play.
Do these guys not know that a loss actually is better for them in the draft positioning? Just come on, guys.
Like I said, man, they're playing for their futures.
Oh, yeah.
These players
sure.
and the coach. Raquel Singh had him in coverage, but came off thinking there was something further downfield. All right, 1st and 10, 6:03 to go in OT. They're at the 32-yard line. Shotgun too high, plus a tight end. They're going to play action. Quick out screen. He shakes a few people, but goes down after a 2.5-yard gain. That will set up a 2nd and 7. Like I said earlier, once the Lions scored, Riley, the hard part is the Giants, that is, have 4 downs to work with, so you can really do things a whole lot differently because obviously you have to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, yep. And I mean, I just can't believe 4th down and Jameis. There's so many things in this game that I can't believe have happened, but they have. Here you are.
2 low receivers. They're going to play action pass. Winston has all day to throw. He does throw it out, but incomplete to the right sideline. He had a man open by about 8 yards, and he comes up, whoever that player is, I don't know their players as well, grimacing, holding his hand a little bit. Game of inches, he's off by about a yard. 3rd down.
Yeah, that was way... Yeah, that was a bad throw for Jameis. See, that's the classic.
3rd and 7. You got 2 downs to work with if you're the Giants. Lions just need 1 stop to win this game. Trip slow, single high, run inside. Lions were waiting on it, and they're going to limit them to about 3 yards. That will set up a 4th and 4.
4th down. End the game. End the
4th
game.
and 5, they're calling it officially. Giants say they're going to kick it to cover the spread.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be something? You talk about people saying stuff about the sports betting at that point.
Yeah.
All right, 4th and 5. 1 swing of the bat could make this a Lions win. Trips low, single high, running back to the high side. Winston waiting for it. His line looking back. He takes a snap. Hutch tries to get around, get some pressure. He gets a sack. The game is over. Aiden Hutchinson with the game-winning sack.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
Who's ready for a post-game show?
Let's go. Hutchinson. There is people ask for his name to be called. How about that? Game-winning walk-off sack. Get him.
Hey, all the Lions fans, this is why I'm Positive Pete. If you don't try to win, if you don't fight, you never will win.
Gosh.
And you know what? The Detroit Lions show some grit. They come back from 10 down to win the game. We're going to end this one and see you guys momentarily all on the post-game show. Woo!